Don't.
We
I
were.
can't.
What?
Okay. So, hello everyone. We are live. Hi, Lemon.
Hello.
I tried to stop this episode.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Mere moments before.
I offered
No.
you to stop.
No, I know you did. I know you offered, and I was like, nah, I'll be fine because I'm in a bad mood.
This mood is not
This
bad
is
for this.
perfect one for
So, I want to start out by why is this book so small on my screen? Because if I go in more, the scan breaks like shit, and we can't read a thing. So we're gonna have to live with 100%.
Yeah, Scan ain't great. Scan ain't great, but it's not the worst I've ever seen, TBH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, oh man, this scan is terrible when I sent it to you, but then I realized, oh, 100%. It's actually kind of readable like this.
Not that bad.
You know, I'll give them this. I'll give them this. This is a really solid font, and the text size they used is really clear.
Yeah. I mean, it's also.
I enjoy the font work in this book.
The scan is black and white, but this cover obviously was originally in color. You could find that on the internet, and then you could read that it's a single book system, which is not a business model that's very typical for role playing games, but that's I kind of vibe with the idea.
It used to be pretty popular, and D&D was really the outlier. But a lot of people started to do that in the mid 80s, like making multi-books and whatnot, or like billion splat book systems, especially in like the 90s too. But now we're getting more single book systems. We're getting way more single book systems.
Yeah.
I do want to draw attention to this one art piece as I've been scrolling down of a dwarf shooting a hammer out of his fist. He's not throwing it. It doesn't look like he's throwing it.
I mean,
it looks like he's shooting it out of his fist.
He might have. Yeah.
I don't trust this.
He might just have thrown it. By the way, look, the dwarves in this are very, very. I don't know. We're gonna get to the art soon. King of Emeralds, welcome. Hello. I don't know what that means. We are in English chat, but anyway, this book. So published in 1991, created by Raven C.S. McCracken, and written by Bryce Thelen, who I think was forced to write this book in one go.
Yes, by the way, if you read the foreword, McCracken is the guy who did all of the basic design. This is his world and his system, but he effectively did, at gunpoint, force a guy who did not want to do anything else. So hold on, I'm gonna read the foreword.
Yeah,
I think this is the most interesting thing, because Bryce Thielen also edited this. So I'm going to go with Raven McCracken, Raven C.S. McCracken. I'm going to read his foreword, and then I'm going to read the editor's note. So give me a moment. Over the last 10 years, I don't know how this guy sounds, but I'm just going to make fun of him. During the creation of this game, the gaming industry has changed greatly. By the way, this game actually did take 12 years to make, which makes sense. So this was created in 1979 initially and published in 1991. Which I'm pretty sure if you take 12 years to make a game, it's going to be shit.
Hard to argue with the results here.
Do you not think this game is terrible?
I think this game is absolutely terrible. I said hard to argue with the results here. I think it might be possible there exists a good game that took a long time to make, but this game certainly
your tone made me think that you were coming around to Synnibarr for some reason.
No, don't worry.
I'm going to go much faster. When I began writing the world of Synnibarr, there were relatively few games in the market. Today, there are many, the majority of them quite good as far as their originality and production are concerned. However, the idea of high-powered and multi-genre gaming systems is just beginning to emerge. No, it's not. That was done with Dungeons and fucking Dragons, dude. Expedition to the Barrier Peaks already introduced sci-fi. There was Spelljammer by this point. Like, this is so frustrating because even when this started, Dungeons and Dragons was already inspired by stuff like Dying Earth and all this other stuff. This is just, I wanted to publish my own D&D, but I'm mad that I didn't think of it first. That's all it is.
Yeah. That
This
is.
guy wanted to do Dungeons and Dragons first,
just to point that out as well. Rifts even had a fantasy game. Rifts didn't just exist. Rifts had Rifts Fantasy. So there's no reason for this book. But yeah, let's continue.
Skip. I'm skipping. The idea I want to convey is that Synnibarr is old but almost completely unexplored. Good idea. A devastating plague erased most of the civilization, and the world is just beginning to crawl out of the Dark Age. The world is like 500 years out of the Dark Age, by the way, if you read the timeline. They're not beginning to crawl out of it. They are hundreds upon hundreds of years out of the Dark Age. More advanced civilization has arisen again, only within the last 500 years. So is it crawling out of the Dark Age or not, McCracken? Fucking answer me, you son of a bitch. This is the energy I have right now. I hate this shit. This game is a crystallization of everything I hate in design. I fucking hate everything here. The greatest secrets of science were preserved, but the science has now acquired the status of a religion, giving mankind a super technology. Wow, almost like dying Earth, huh? Wow, interesting. Wow, that's really cool. Super technology coexists with the medieval world in which some population can manifest all kinds of supernatural powers. When combined with the mysteries and danger of the lost civilizations of the past, these elements make Synnibarr more than just a gaming system. They create a place of constant wonder, filled with a universe of entertainment. Fuck off, McCracken. I hate you. But anyways, this is where it really kills me. The editor's note by Bryce Thielen. When I was first introduced to Raven McCracken, I was fairly set in my ways as far as what kind of role-playing games I wanted to play. Being a player and a referee for several different types of games for more than 10 years, I thought I knew pretty much what I wanted and what to expect from a gaming session experience. Although initially I was a bit awed by the wide variety of strategies and techniques involved and the amazing number of characters and abilities, by my second time playing the game, I was hooked. I don't believe this, because that initial pitch makes me think this guy has actually been working and dealing with a lot of this shit. And now,
I want to quickly point out as well that the amazing breadth of characters he mentions is it's 20. There's 20 classes you can play. There's also some races you can mix that in with, but it's not exactly.
And you can be unclassed characters and whatever.
Yeah. You can also be like some sort of dwarf. You can be a giant that's brought up as a dwarf or something. That's game allows you this, but it's not like at this point. Rifts had like 500 books out with 20 character classes each in them,
easily.
So.
God. Okay. In this book, we tried to cover all the bases of role-playing, allowing the players freedom to build their own characters and explaining as many different elements and situations as is practical to eliminate as much guessing on the part of the player as possible. It's all there in front of you. Even with a book as detailed as this, you still have plenty of freedom to improvise.
Yeah, I believe
Buddy,
you there.
You're the editor here. That's not how you say that. Using your imagination can only spur further creativity, itself an unlimited asset. This second edition, this is the 1993 edition of Synnibarr, by the way. So when they say 12 years in the making, this is actually, 1981 is our start date. 1981 is our start date, because the initial is 10 years after its inception, and then this is 12 years after inception. So 1981 is our start date. We have so many role-playing games that came out prior to that.
Yes. And Flores, hi, this editor's note,
Playing Synnibarr will open avenues in your imagination, for which you probably did not even know you had an address.
I believe that one. Also, M. Flores, that emote is amazing.
I do want to spoil my favorite part about Synnibarr.
Okay.
I do want to spoil this because it's way later in the DM section. This game requires the GM to make detailed and complete notes, a timeline of events, and a plot. And if you deviate from those notes, your players get extra experience, and you actually have to show them the notes.
What?
You cannot.
What?
You cannot deviate from your incredibly detailed notes. Otherwise, your players get extra XP, and you have to show it to them so your players can audit your adventure that just happened for extra XP.
So you have to write a syllabus like you're a professor.
Cool.
Yes.
Wow.
So I would argue that is a positive, because that means fewer people want to DM this, so fewer people play this game. Not that you need any fewer people to play it. So
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, so let's indeed go. So I will now attempt to summarize the backstory of this game. So 800 million years ago, there was a wizard. His name was Aridius, and he became the god of hope and command because he was so powerful. And then he traveled around a bit.
No, he made the religion of good. Remember?
Wait.
He did make the religion of good.
Listen, Emery, I'm not done. So he traveled around the 100 dimensions for a while and found Earth, and there he made himself a god for the way of good. But he did it on Earth because people didn't have gods there yet, so they could worship him. And then it became clear, oh no, Earth is going to get destroyed. So he made Mars into a big ark with a hollow inside where everyone would live, and he shot that into another star system. Then he left, leaving his avatar there. And then a reactor exploded, killing everyone, except for 1,500 people, who then lived on the outside of the planet for some reason, somehow, while it was traveling through interstellar space. And then they arrived, and now we are in another star system, and it's Synnibarr. Congratulations. We can go back inside, by the way. The inside is okay again. We don't know why. That's the story. There's more in here, but who cares? The game uses every dice you know, except the 30s. And it has, like, what kind of game is Synnibarr? It's a crazy fucking game. There's a glossary, which, cool. We don't care. I will explain what we need. There's a sample adventure section where you can read, like, some pretend people role-playing, which is always something. I don't mind these sections in books because, well, it shows you how it might go. The art is interesting, though. Notably, the game master in this game is called The Fate. You should keep that in mind. So, and now we get to character creation, which is a simple 22-step process.
So what's step one, Nora?
Sorry, I'm dying. Step Step one.
Get your paper out and start making this character, Nora.
Okay,
I want to see you do it.
Sure, I'm doing it. No worries.
Good.
Let me get my dice because I will need some dice. So, step one is that we create our scores, our attribute scores.
I forgot the thing.
You gotta say it right.
I forgot. I stated that this reminded me of another character creation system and game. This is Fatal without the sex. Sexless Fatal.
I will say that this game is better than. I will gladly say this game is better than Fatal.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have all the creepy nonsense in it. But hey, this is Sexless Fatal. Yeah.
No. I don't like.
Stay for work Fatal.
I do not like comparing anything to Fatal. I will be very real with you.
I think this is completely accurate. But that's okay.
Okay, we can agree to disagree. So, to roll your base characteristics, you roll d20s, and everything be an 8 or below, you reroll. No, sorry, below an 8, you reroll. So let's go. We roll 7 times to start. I got a 3 and a 14, so reroll the 3. I got a 9 and a 14, so let's write those down. 9, 14. Let's roll 2 more. A 20 and an 11, that's pretty good. Another 9 and 2. So 1, that's a 16. So, and 1 more. A 15. Oh, this is pretty good stats. So now we are going to eliminate the 2 9s because they are two lowest. And we are going to re-roll 1 more time, I believe. Yes, I have to reroll until I get a score higher than 9 now. It's a 7. This is a 14. So my stats end up being 14, 20, 11, 16, 15, 14. So now we choose a type of character, or we go with the traditional method of rolling 3 times on this chart here. Is my mouse not visible? Apparently my mouse isn't. That sucks. Oh no, there it is. On this chart here to determine what kind of character this is. So let's roll 3 times. It's a d20 roll. So we can be a 5, which is a biosynth cyborg. We cannot be that. So can we reroll if we can't be something? Determine which adventure class I get to be. 19. Okay, so I roll again for that one. So 15. Shadow Warrior. We cannot be a Shadow Warrior either because we need 2 18s and a 16 in our thing. I only have one thing above 18. 12. We can be a ninja. That we can definitely be.
Yeah,
So
anyone can be a ninja.
yeah,
That's awesome.
no
Let's
stat becomes another 12. We can reroll a 13, which is a Psy Elf, who needs the 22 19s and an 18. Weirdly, I don't have that. So let's do a roll again. 7. A dwarf. Right? We can be a dwarf, yeah. Dwarfs can be dwarfs don't have anything. And then a 19 for a wereman. Yes, we can be a wereman.
So a man.
Because we have 118, which we do have. Yes, exactly. No, this author, Emery, spoiler, does not know what where means.
Okay, so you're 2 times the man.
Yeah.
You're man plus.
There's a lot of
More
story.
man than man.
There's a backstory in this book about a hollow mountain with werewinds around it, which I assume is like men who turn into wind at the full moon.
We got lost. We couldn't figure out where it was.
Yes. Yes. So again, we could have also been, what could we have been? An alchemist, an Amazon, Aquarian, an archer, a biosynth cyborg, a chameleon drake, a dwarf, a giant, a gnome, a mage warrior, a mutant, a ninja, a Psy elf, shadow master, shadow warrior, shaman, a tiger, golden scarlet, or a tiger mage, a wereman, or a winged warrior. That's what we could have been. You know what? I'm gonna say, fuck this. I'm gonna be a winged warrior. We're gonna be that because it's...
Okay, so you're going to be the homeboys from Flash Gordon.
Oh, just wait for it. It's so good. We're gonna read the winged warrior description later.
Yeah, no, I read it. They're the dudes from Flash Gordon.
Yes,
but anyways,
they also Emery, we won't spoil this yet, but it's amazing. Oh, wait.
I will say this before we move on. There is one thing that I kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the fists of golden scarlet. Okay, they use this. Amazons can learn that power.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it's also the main thing of the tiger.
Yes.
However, it is kind of cool. I do like that hand of harm, hand of healing vibe. It sounds really neat.
We are
cool
way too far in the book, Emery.
I know. I'm just saying. I think that's cool.
I want to explain.
That's the one thing I want to explain.
Like. So, these are our classes, by the way. So we don't have a race yet. Basic races. The term character class can tend to box in a player. Some people want to select a race and have the freedom to have different class abilities. This is straight from when D&D had dwarves as a class.
Yep.
Which is no longer the case when this book comes out, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but okay.
It was barely the case when the book was being written.
Yeah.
Like, remember, by this point you have AD&D in the works. Now, here's the craziest thing. In D&D Basic, this is also an option.
Yes, I know.
They will read you rules for, hey, if you want to play a quote-unquote elf, you can just be a spell sword and be any other race. If you want to be a dwarf, you are just a warrior priest. Like they already set those rules out. Like that's a reasonable thing.
Also,
there's even stuff when they put out the Amazon and stuff like that, and the kit for 2E and the supplementary class in, I think they put it out in the expert set or whatever. But there's even a thing for male Amazons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that exists.
Yeah. So you can but this book does it as follows. Some of the basic races you can just be. some of the specific ones, like for example, if you want to be an Aquarian, which is an Aquaman from DC Comics,
Sick.
you can't be that if
I
you're a
want to
dwarf.
be Namor, the
Yeah,
Submariner.
because you can't be that unless you roll well. And then like what did the Aquarian need? 18, 18, and 10. That's an interesting spread. The 10 could have been omitted in that, but whatever. I could technically be I couldn't. I have only one thing above. Yeah, whatever. So you can be a dwarf, a psi elf, a gnome, or a human. For anyone can be that. Even though psi elf before needs a 20, 2 19s, and an 18 to be. What? So that's weird. Whatever. It's gonna get weirder. You then think about what area you're raised in and stuff. It's pretty convoluted, honestly. But what I want to draw attention to. So there's a mention of skill points here, right? Your skill points you get very easily. You add up all your stats that you rolled, and multiply them by 2. So the absolute maximum you can have is 240 points. And now let's find out if this man can do math. So if you want to be a Panther Man, for example, let's say you want to be a Panther Man, you need a stat average of 5 20s and a 19 on 60 20s.
Wait, but if you have 520s, then you're immortal born.
No. You can be a Immortal Born Panther Man. Panther Man a race. But basically, all these special races, you can never be, almost. Like anything that has the 200 in here, it's almost impossible.
Correct.
Because you, for example, if you just want to be a Reversherm, whatever that is, it's 200. That means you need 4 20s and 2 10s or something like that, something dumb. So it's entirely fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. So then, let's just say I'm a winged warrior. That's a race and a class, so we are a winged warrior. Who cares? Then you look at your life points. It is winged warrior, not a race. This is not in here. You know what? I no longer care about making a character in this game. What you can see here, you roll your life points, so you can have literally 100 to 600 HP as most guys, or 100 to 1000 HP, which seems quite swingy, but we haven't even gotten to the swingy part yet. So you have some attacks, and you have some advantage, and some shot bonus, and some dodge block. None of this has gotten explained to you yet. Like if you,
Of course not.
Why would you care? Just write it on your sheet. You have some. Oh yeah, then you have variant surprises. Is it the class AA surprise, a class A surprise, class B, or class C surprise? Well, it's very important that we find out and roll, because, for example, if you are a ninja, a Reversherm, it's 99 minus 0.5. I think this is per level or something. I don't know. I have not understood the surprise rules in this game very well, but it doesn't matter, because you just have to remember that this is garbage. Like, who needs 4 levels of surprise for stuff? No one.
It's like linked to the felony that you're committing with your surprise, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. And then we come to the next thing, which is if you're a certain class, you get a bonus to stuff. So our stats, which we've never said what our stats are, by the way. Like this book, the characteristic thing does not tell you what stats you roll on. Why would you tell your players what stats they have? It doesn't matter. You find out here 3 pages later. But if you get bonuses to your stats, so we have Constitution, we have Strength, we have Agility, we have Dexterity, and we have Intelligence and Wisdom. And you might notice that most buffs here are +1s or +3s. I think this, by the way, are maximum. So you can have +3, only 22 maximum as a giant agility. However, oh no, it doesn't make sense, because here's 100 max and you get 600. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what this means. Maybe it's a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
It's minimum.
It's a minimum. Okay, awesome. So a giant. Let's say you roll at 12 to your strength. And then you roll a 6 on the d6, you have 612 strength. It seems a bit swingy as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Strength in this game goes high. It's the only stat that does
it.
it.
Caps at 1,000. Caps at 1,000 for mortal characters.
Isn't it? Well, yeah, it can go higher if you're immortal, which you can become.
It can.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, fuck this game.
So while you might think, oh, giant, what do you need again? A 19, a 19, and 18. Probably you want to put a 19 in strength. No, you want to put your lowest stat in there because you get 600 bonus strength potentially, and even at 100 bonus strength, if you are the weakest giant ever, who cares? Then you get where's the same stat thing again? Oh, as if you're the race, not the class, and do different things. I don't know. And then you write everything on your character sheet, like here. Very important. Then you roll for your random mutations. So, but certain classes don't get random mutations because they're like a cyborg or something. It's way lower for them.
Makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, but most people roll just if they have 1, 2, or 3 lesser mutations, which you then we find out later what they do. It's chapter 10, and then you roll if you're psychic. Depends if you're smarter, you get more psychic. Then you give yourself certain stupid fucking things. Like for example, if your agility is 17, you get a +1 advantage bonus and a second attack per turn. So you would then look here. If you have 2 attacks per turn, you attack on I believe are they called segments. Attack segments 6 and 11. So you would attack if another guy has 1 attack, he would go on 8. So you would attack him, then he attacks you, then you attack him. It's dumb. Then you get stuff from your dexterity, surprise adjustments, and dodge bonuses. Oh, by the way, I didn't fully understand how you fight in this game, but just so you know, you attack someone with a percentile attack, then they can dodge. If they don't dodge, they can get like some sort of luck roll. If they dodge anyway, if like they fall down while you attack them, and if that doesn't work, they can intervene with their fucking god every attack to get saved. It's amazing. You have 3 defenses. There are 3 defenses for each attack, and the god intervention you can pump that to like 50% if you really want to. It's cool. It's really normal. It's a very normal system. Here's the strength table.
Yeah.
So just drink that in.
Yeah, this seems normal.
Yeah.
This seems like a normal, sane person designed this.
Yeah.
Normal, balanced,
Like look at these damage adjustments of multiply by 120 your damage if you have 380 strength. Like this is amazing. You're gonna see soon why. But so normal people get like maybe double strength. Or a flat bonus to their strength.
Okay. I need to interject really quick. This system's stupid. It's stupid.
Yes.
It's so stupid.
And I would love to zoom in, but if I zoom in, it looks like shit.
Yeah, of course this took 12 fucking years.
I guess it's okay on stream, so I'm gonna...
Hey, look at that! Look at that! You can see... Look at this bullshit! Look at this.
Let's go a bit smaller. Yeah, this is okay. Your wisdom does nothing except locate traps. As a stat, obviously you get skills based on it or something.
The best part is this: you have legendary wisdom of 50. That's just 45% chance.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. That's just this is a literal god trying to find a trap, and they have now 55% chance of not finding like the tripwire. It's amazing. And then you get a life bonus adjustment from your con, but if it's above 20, you don't get it. I don't know why. I think maybe you are not supposed to have more than 20 con to start.
Yeah.
And then you get bonuses to your magic points, and your alchemy mutations go up, and your metabolic shock is better. Because this game is like metabolic shock is basically a save or die kind of saving throw. If you don't make it, your character is dead. That's what this is, which is always very fun in a game. And then you have your ego score, which is how mostly it's like charisma. It's like, oh yeah, you get some magic bonus, but you also get a bonus to your reaction adjustment for anyone who sees you. However, the starting character will most likely never have anything here, because you start being pretty at superhuman levels of ego. It's just amazing. Then we have the same surprise list again, which is very important to have twice. It's just not with math this time. I don't know why it's here. I refuse to learn. And then if you want to randomly roll your physical appearance as a human only, though, this is only for humans, you have some stats here. I would argue that there might be some missing here, but whatever. Also, the book calls Native Americans Indians, but that's just a thing we have to accept here. You have different eye colors, and you have which hand you use, and you might be ambidextrous, which probably does something in this game, who knows. You can roll your height, you can roll your weight, you can know how old you are and when you will die, because apparently lifespan is just a flat number. Which I don't think, you might roll something at some point, who cares? And you roll your starting money, which is amazing as well, because it's a D100 roll. Let's do this right now, because I'm very curious what our character we gave up on gets us money. So that is a 90. Meaning we start with 50,000 to 150,000 bucks. That's a D3 times 50,000. So 150,000. So I can start with, if a normal dude has like 10,000, I can start with 15 times that much money. However, that's nothing, because if you're ultra wealthy, you can have 1 million. Or if you roll 100, you just roll twice, which is way worse than just going with ultra wealthy, most likely.
Trick left. Trick's gone.
Oh, Trick just
Trick's back.
Trick's internet buggy, go bad.
It do be buggy.
Yeah. Trick, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
yeah, if you like swingy tables where the median is impossible to find, then this game is for you. And then you decide on your aura, which is very important. You remember this in your brain. You don't write that down. You don't tell the other players unless they have a spell that tells it to them. And then this is basically alignment. This is fucking alignment. It's just the same thing. There's 9 of them. And there's 3 good ones, 3 neutral ones, and 3 bad ones. So it's alignment. And it's just dumb. But however, you can get good and bad karma, which is like just points that say if you have been a good player or not, which we don't get to start. And at last step, you complete your characters with your character's class and copy them. Okay, yeah, so write it all down. And then you can be mortal born, and eventually, and that's the thing. And then we get to character classes. Let me just see what this was. 520 is your character. Is an immortal born, yes.
Yeah.
So
So I talked about this.
Wait, this means you cannot be a Panther Man.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you roll 620s. You can never be a Panther Man, because if you all Panther Men are immortal born, that's also possible. Maybe this author has a cat agenda.
Or maybe this author just fucking sucks.
But you cannot be a biosynthesis cyborg, which you get to, because your immortal born cannot be cyborgs. So what classes exist? There's the alchemist. This is a wizard. He has some basic stuff. He can learn spells later on. He has a basic attack with Starbolt and a basic shield, and he gets a bunch of skills, which we see here. Oh yeah, also every character just gets a certain amount of skills, which is balancing and juggling, of course. Everyone knows how to juggle. Climbing, combat dodging and blocking, combat handed weapons, combat hand-to-hand, combat projectile and throwing. So you are always going to be a fighting dude. Computer operation, which seems weird to get in a game. It tells you it's 500 years out of a dark age. Cooking, detect traps. Everyone gets that, but it doesn't matter because you have wisdom. Though I guess maybe maybe it's just doubled. Who knows? Oh, everyone knows how to fish. Everyone has basic math. Everyone has first aid, navigation air, navigation land and water, piloting boats, reading, running, sewing, survival wilderness, swimming basic, weaving, wood carving and writing. Everyone gets these. No one can not have these. Have you tried just dragging them instead of rolling? What? Gosh, do I had rolling tables? Oh yeah, that's a fair one. Sorry.
That's a good bit. That's a good bit.
Yeah, and alchemists, by the way, they are maybe wizards, but they are also the only dudes who know technology. That's a good hustle. They have both.
Yep. Tech wizards.
Which is interesting, because then the Amazon comes in.
Yeah.
Who gets a bunch
and the Amazon understands technology like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they start with like ultrasound readers and shit.
Yep. I would freeze electrons.
And they get this technological prowess from Amazon school.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
School. Yeah, Amazon school.
Amazon literally.
I would like to draw attention really quickly to this art piece.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yeah, some artists went real sweaty on this.
Yeah, art looks really good.
Those are the smallest panties you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Yes, Amazon with Valkyrie helmet. This book does not know what the fuck.
Fucking radical.
Yeah, it does. It does. This is like a gothic winged helmet.
This girl looks like she's out of heavy metal, and I'm really into that.
So you can have Amazons just get random stuff. I felt like you get a golden hand which can heal. You can call spirits. You can banish spirits. You can control biochemistry, which is basically you can shut that whole thing down if you don't, aren't into it, and not have a child and so on, which is very cool to give your coded female class. Welcome to the 90s.
Yeah, they're not the Bene Gesserit or anything.
Yeah, you can imitate death, which is for 10 attacks. I don't know why I think that's why is it attacks. I just realized there's still turns. Are you done quicker imitating death?
You have multiple attacks, and you can spend the attack time to do different shit.
Yeah.
Think about it like base attack bonus, but you can substitute that and cast a spell that has 3 attacks worth of time.
So does that mean if I'm a really clumsy Amazon, I am dead longer with this, or I take longer to fall down?
Take longer to fall down because it's usage time. That's how long it takes for you to use it. And then it lasts up to 72 hours.
Okay. Great.
Clumsy Amazon.
You have to theatrically die. Fish sadly this scan misses the other page with the attribution, so we don't know it at the art. I'm sorry. You can increase your strength, you can have telekinesis, you can also have telepathy. And you have an Amazon toolkit, which is a radar and sonar jammer, an ultrasound viewer, an electron freezer. Whatever the fuck. It's just, I guess, turns electricity off.
Yeah, that's all it is.
There's Amazon Hockey Park. So the Amazon is Batman.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You have a Codebuster.
That's why I said, fuck this. I'm going to play an Amazon with spellcasting.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fuck any other class.
Don't worry, you can just learn spells as an Amazon. Yeah, it's good.
I know I can. Yeah, I just have to increase my age by 7 years on the initial age starting table. So I have to be 32.
But now we can play an Aquaman, which is an Aquarian, but...
Fuck Aquaman.
Listen, Aquaman gets a pretty cool thing in this game.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
I know you are.
So you get health vulnerability. All Aquarians take twice the amount of damage versus heat and fire-based attacks, including our forms energy attacks. That's not great. However, you have a 10th of damage protection. What is a 10th? Well, a 10th is if you would take 10 damage, you 10th that, you would take 1 damage from everything. So while you take double, you also take a 10th. So it's like you actually take 2.
Fuck it.
But just you wait, it gets way dumber. You don't only get advanced swimming as an aquarian. You don't get many more skills. You have a master mutation of spellcasting. Of course you can spellcast. Why wouldn't you? You have telepathy with sea creatures. You have a sonar. You have oxygen manipulation, which is fucking cool, because you can either give other people the ability to breathe underwater, or you can kill dudes with this because you take their oxygen away, which is a save or die ability against your system shock thing. You get to this level at level 1, just to be clear. It just gets more reach as you level up, so you can kill anyone by suffocating them. Screw it. And then you get special adaptations, which who cares? You can have claws. Like I can't pretend to care fully about this. Like there's so much.
You care more than any of us.
Yeah, I know. Yep. And I can't pretend to fully care because this is not great. This is honestly not great. Like because it's just random abilities you just get.
You can have either telepathy or super strength.
Yeah. I would take super strength because it gives you more strength over time. But on the other hand, who cares about strength? Because it goes to 1,000. And 20 per level seems like nothing. And then you are the archer. And I invite you to draw your own conclusions as to who this might be from. Which, dare I say, DC character. This art might be traced from verbatim from like comic page 2. Of some action comic page. It's amazing.
Hawkeye? I don't know.
Hi, Alpha Wolf. Ketchup is a smoothie. Ketchup is a smoothie, and I drank ketchup before. It sucks. It's a bad smoothie. It's not smooth enough. Who's the archer?
I used to drink ketchup and eat ketchup sandwiches. I don't want to hear about this.
So who's the archer? Well, the archer, by the way, is just fucking Green Arrow, except he uses earth magic to cast the spells. Which is the second type of magic in this game, which is like better magic. So you thought the alchemist was a wizard. Nah. The archer is basically twice the wizard because earth magic is just more powerful. But the normal wizards get technology, so what do I know? So you have earth power arrows, entangle arrows, grappling arrows, arrows of annihilation. Nice. And you have special archer powers, which give you the ability to hunter arrow, and invisible arrow, and nullification arrow, and phased arrow, and retrieval arrow, and sight arrow, and silent exploding arrow, and stunning arrow. You do not get a normal exploding arrow. It's always silent.
Silent, yes. Silent but deadly.
Silent. These most 10 miles of range on the sight arrow. You can just like shoot. If you're at work, you can left the oven on. You can shoot an arrow back home to see if you remember correctly or not. Amazing. As the disclaimer says, Alpha Wolf, we're doing those kind of things later on. Maybe if someone here does a big monologue again. And it can be a biosynthesizer as well, though. Look at him. Look at him not being from a DC Comics page.
Like shit.
He does look like
Rob Liefeld fucking drew him. Look at his feet.
Yeah.
Look at his hand. Yeah. That's a Liefeld drawing.
It is. It is so a Liefeld drawing, I know. Biosynthesizer is like a dude who has... So you have 4 different classes. You can be a generator, a genity, I can't read this, an infiltrator or warrior, and genetech, okay. And that's your choices. But you can also, but there's also biosynthesizers who have all 4 of these abilities, but then they are evil. Ooh. I don't think they are playable then. And I like that one skill is just called Big Gun, acquired at 20th level. It's just Big Gun. And it's honestly not that big. We're gonna get to that. oh, it is actually, because it cuts through armor. Wow, okay, that's pretty good.
Well, the 40th level one's even better. Midnight Sunstone Bazooka.
No, it's worse.
Yeah,
it's
the name's better.
Yeah, the name's better, but the ability...
horrible.
Yeah, the gun is horrible.
The gun's horrible. The name's better.
I like also like all these descriptions of every attack in this book. And by the way, I like this. This is a beam attack of one of the most devastating forces in existence. The bazooka is 3 feet long and 5 inches in diameter, and a flat black in color. It's attached to the warrior by a cable similar to the big gun. It too will cease function if separated from the creator. Like, who fucking cares? How long, if it's 3 feet long and 5 inches in diameter? So that's not a bazooka, by the way. It's 5 inches? I guess maybe a bazooka. Who cares? It can be a chameleon drake, which is like, in this game, drakes and dragons have been switched around in terms of what they are. A dragon is a smaller creature, and a drake is a big boy. I don't know how humans became drakes. Don't ask me, but who cares?
Well, I mean, sources say that they have a pretty significant stint on Degrassi, and then eventually they put out a solo album.
Yes.
Kind of like the Amazons got their red hand, gold hand ability from Nick Cave.
And you can be different kinds of drake. I'm just going to continue. You can be the Argium drake, will be this flames of earth. 3 third level earth power in chapter 10 abilities and spells. There can be a dark drake who does. The species predecessors died out in the Great War with the drakes. They were slow to breed and reluctant to fight for the king. What the fuck were you talking with the king? I mention the king here. They roll 1 first level ninja ability every 3 levels. Amazing. It could be a big sneak dragon. You don't get a poison. Oh, you get secret poison equal level to their own. Wow. They have eyes of death as well. You can be a fur drake.
Yes, you can be a fur drake.
Drakes use spells as mage warriors. They receive their training in terror. The bite of a fur drake has 6% success in healing any infection. What do you mean the bite heals? That's stupid. Oh, anyway. A mist drake. Roll 2d100 psionic points to begin and add 100 every 3 levels afterward, up to the maximum of 1000 points. So mist drake is a side drake.
Yep.
Moondrake.
And they're very bad at puzzles.
Fuck you. There can be a Moondrake, a Sunstone Drake, a Sonic Drake, a Thermal Drake. And I stopped caring at this point because then we get to Dwarf. Look at this Dwarf. Look at Riz.
Look at this man, this short king.
Look at this short king. Look at Chunk. Short Chunk.
This is Chunk, yeah.
Yes. So you might be wondering, what's the dwarf going to do in this game compared to like a biosynth cyborg? The answer is fuck all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Like you have some invisibility attacks for some reasons.
Yeah.
And you can have super strength. Like you have like some more strength. Who fucking cares? You have a hammer. Every dwarf has a hammer that does like some damage, but it does very little damage actually. But it's magical damage, so that is actually pretty good. Yep. We get to that. And you have a tesseract later on. Then you can be a giant. Look at him. He's also very badly drawn. All giants have 2/10 of damage reduction. So now we see where this goes with the book, like, because if the giant takes 100 damage, he takes 1 damage actually. That seems pretty balanced compared to being a dwarf not having that at all. This is basically the fighter of this game.
This giant looks fucking radical though. I do like him.
I disagree. The only ability giants
get... I like his face. I like nothing else about him.
Okay, fair enough. I think his neck is too broad, but it's true for the dwarf also. Dwarf has way too much neck. So you have the only real ability you have. You are the only. These are the guys who drive boats around. The giants. That's basically their thing.
Yep. And
the only ability you have is to shrink, so you aren't a nuisance to the party. You can just be a normal dude. And you can shrink objects permanently, apparently. That's pretty good. Yeah. You can be a gnome who like takes energy from plants and shoots beams, I guess. Can talk to woodland creatures. It's just the only thing you actually do that.
Rocks.
Yeah, his hair's pretty good. He also has a nice
Glamrock energy is
Glamrock energy is high. The mutton chops is also good. But you mostly get nothing. Good day, sir. Like you get a bonus to your dodge, and then it can talk to woodland creatures, and you get some spells. And this is the mage warrior. This looks like a mage. Doesn't look like a mage warrior. Might be the best art we've seen so far, though. I don't really remember what they get. So they get nothing.
Yeah, it's just their
over
spells. Their
very
spells
quickly.
are good.
Yeah, okay, they get spells. They can be a mutant. I invite you to draw your own conclusion as to where this card is from, might be taken from. Again, this mentions there are 1,500 survivors of the Womb's explosion, which was the big generator that exploded. It's... How did they repopulate from that number? But anyway. And the mutants just get way more mutations, so they get more of that, and they can be basically... You're an X-Men. You're just an X-Men.
Yep.
Book just states that. Ninja. Yeah, you're a ninja. Congratulations. You get a bunch of ninja stuff.
You can be Wolverine or you can be a ninja.
Yeah. And you're a Psi Elf, which is the only type of elf that exists. I guess the others died out during the womb explosion, which sounds very weird now that I say it without context.
Doesn't it?
And they just get, they're all they're all psychic, and they get a dagger, which is like, they're Psylocke with an elf.
Yep.
This is what they are.
They're Psylocke.
They make a magic sword out of their mind.
And or magic armor.
And they make magic armor and a bow, yeah. And then you can be a Shadow Master, which is like another type of ninja, I think. Yes, they are.
They're like a psionicist.
They're psionicist, but also a ninja, I think. It's kind of the double. Yeah. And then you can be a Shadow Warrior, which is the dudes who defend the Shadow Master dudes. They're more fighty. You can be... This is a Shadow Master? What the fuck? It can be a shaman. Shamans are explicitly Native Americans, or as this book likes to say, Indians. Bulls are going to give you an aneurysm. Yes, they might. Which is, again, 1,500 people survived this catastrophe. But these days we still have pure-blooded Native Americans on this world, somehow. And they get shaman spells, and they get earth magic, I think. Can control the wind and stuff. Gold and Scarlet Tigers are like kung fu superheroes who sometimes shoot energy.
And fly.
This is second edition Synnibarr, or not? I believe.
Yeah, this is.
You said these were cool, Emery, so I hand the ball to you.
No, I specifically said the concept of it was neat in relation to the Amazons using them. Fuck these dudes. These guys are legitimately just like, what if I made Iron Fist but made him a furry? Like,
that's literally it. Yep.
Yeah, it's so true. Okay.
And then there's a wizard version later.
Yes, it looks also like an idiot. And that's the Wereman.
Looks like fucking bad.
The Wereman.
Trace over.
Yeah. So the Weremen are protectors of the alchemists, made 25,000 years ago, and then they became. They're just men. I don't know. Yep. Special alchemy-based abilities. Yeah, there's alchemists basically. This is another type of alchemist. They have different spell stuff, and then there's the winged warriors. This, and I need to read their shit out because it's fucking amazing. This stuff is amazing.
Is it?
Yes. I need to find the specific thing. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. It was in here. Did I fever dream this? Yes, yeah, exactly. So, this race calls themselves the Elorians. Little else is known about them except that they live in a manner similar to humans. They study in the wild while young, and they train in the mountains that border the shores of Lake Diamondblood. Winged warriors are the performing artists of Synnibarr. Twice monthly, opposite the Dalbar concerts, the professional troupe of actors.
Say it right. Dalhada, say it right.
Sorry,
Thank you.
The other concerts The professional
respect this deep lore.
The professional troupe of actors called Live Emotion performs comedies and dramas. However, they do not perform musicals because most winged warriors have poor singing voices and even worse rhythm.
Oh, okay. So that explains the opening to Final Fantasy X too.
That's all I needed to read you from Winged Warriors. This is so Live Emotion.
So they're the Thanagarians only bad. Okay.
Yeah. So
instead of a girl hitting you with a mace, she just screams badly at you.
Yes. So these
So
dudes,
they're Yoko Ono. Okay.
Yeah, these dudes also get 2/10 of damage protection.
Carol, that's so mean.
They get resistance.
She can't help it. She sucks.
They get resistance to magic. They get dodge adjustment. They have flight feathers, which means they can naturally fly, not by magic. They get some extra stuff. They are basically super strong. Everyone is. Can be invisible. They have talons. They have warrior's wings and warrior's eyes.
By the
and
way, I will say this is a thing that several of these classes have had. Their super strength is only applicable for certain attacks. Like the winged warrior only works 1 out of every 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This sucks. It's bad.
Yep.
But no, it's
and also,
yeah.
I want to draw attention to the ability Uncommon Proficiency. It just lets you recognize and use all weapon types. Even if they're totally alien, never seen before. Oh, that's a death ray. And then everybody gets atomized. Thanks. Cool.
Yeah.
Glad you recognize that.
Yes. And now we get to the best page in this whole book, in my opinion. But holy hell, renowned comic artist writer Michael Grell is among those credited for art. Holy crap. Okay, cool.
Oh.
So now we get to skills. So you can learn skills and stuff. Who would have thought, right? Then you have to remember. Oh yeah, you wrote if you lived in an isolated village, or if you lived in a city, because isolated village only gets this selection. However, these are your skills. And if you can't read them, that's fine. I also pretty much can't. However, we cap out at 192 skills.
Yep.
192 skills.
Perfect system.
Some of the best ones that I can see right off the bat include skydiving, or maybe it's skin diving.
Landscaping.
Yeah, landscaping. What's this?
Comedian.
15 types of piloting skill.
Yep.
Physics is pretty. Nerve pinch is its own skill. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Guardsman.
Holography. Fishing.
Begging.
Firefighting. Begging, of course.
Basket weaving. Very important.
Like if your skill list is at 65 and you're at D, you should know you have a problem. Criminology.
Basket weaving right alongside cryogenic technician.
And criminology anti.
Yep.
So it exists that you know everything about criminology but nothing about defeating it.
Yep, exactly.
That is very amazing to me.
Mm-hmm. It's like matter and antimatter, you know?
Yeah. Banking. However, I have good news for you. I mean, we all know that this is just not enough. So there's also hobby skills, which come after all these skill descriptions. Don't worry.
Yep.
The game has you covered if you want to know how to sew. No, sorry, sewing was a skill. I think knitting was a hobby skill.
Yep.
We're not going to read this. However, here, athletics, for example, is a hobby. Hunting is a hobby skill. Sledding.
What?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Loitering.
Yes.
I love loitering a lot. I would put all my points into loitering. Crocheting. Crocheting is a hobby skill. Chess. Checkers. Beekeeping. Frisbee golf. Fucking frisbee golf.
Some of these even sound useful. Like falconry is a hobby.
Yeah.
Like what? Come on.
Like river rafting is going to come up more often than criminology anti. Parasailing, puzzles, logi, jigsaw, word, math. These are 5 skills. This is not 1 skill. These are 5.
Anti-grav tennis.
So
what?
So I also like to point out that sports, anti-grav tennis, true enough. But why isn't frisbee golf a sport? What is frisbee golf if not a sport?
Yeah, why is that its own unique thing? Like, What?
Yo-yo throwing? Yes, role-playing games is a hobby skill. That's something live or tabletop? But what?
Oh, well, crap. I only have live role playing. I
Yeah.
don't have tabletop role playing. Damn. I can't roll my
Where's
thing
my
here.
role playing sexual skill?
Yeah, I wonder they didn't do that. Is there a sex having skill in the normal thing? Like we have so many. It must exist.
Is there a seduction skill? Let's see here.
Yeah, let's find out.
I don't see
Prostitution,
seduction.
perhaps?
Swing, sing. Oh, because you know why there isn't seduction? Because this game has old style, hireling style. He likes you, he hates you rolls for this position.
Oh yeah, reaction. Yeah.
So I don't know if there's any social skills in here at all.
Impersonation is the only one I've seen.
It's hard to read these. This guy's is borderline.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all your skills, there isn't even social skills in here. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that good?
Yeah. Like comedian and impersonation are the only two I've seen.
Like,
that's borderline.
Like you can like find 50 of these easy. That could be hobby skills. You can, and then you can find 100 more if you really try that are also hobby skills, and then you just have a normal list of skills. But why would we do that if we could have 192 skills? Scroll. Let's go back to hobbies.
Mime. That's another one. That's a skill.
This in table 5 are a few variant races. So you can also be a variant race, which, for example, an ape mutant or Batman or Qatar, or an Arakman or Biogladiate, or a cave demon or a tree demon, or an, which are basic tree demons, by the way, basically Ewoks. They're not really tree demons, they're Ewoks. Elvome, an air giant, an elemental giant, an ice giant. The fuck? I asked, I had this before. So if there's an air and an ice giant, what the fuck is an elemental giant? No description. You obviously would know what an elemental giant is. You don't need to know what an elemental giant is in any more detail than they get a special ability, major mutation, thermal kinetic.
I want to fight the guy who wrote this. Fight him.
Well, yeah, I have bad news for you. He's probably an ice lot, so you have no chance. Because ice lots get major mutation thermal kinetic as well. Cold modes only, though. Warlord.
I do have interesting things to say about the author, but I'll save them for the end because it's really spicy.
Priests of Burva are a race. They are a race. A variant race. Fuck you. Who cares? Oh my god.
Talking raccoons. That's not a reference to anything.
Yeah. No, it's not at all. And then you can level up in this game, which gives you skill points and stat points and shit. Like you get, for example, extra attacks per 8 levels or 10 levels, whatever. Add a plus to your dodge. You get some block bonuses. You get some disarm and throw bonuses if you're certain people. You get surprise adjustments, which is laughably unimportant in the grand scheme of things. I go down 0.5% per level in surprise AA. My starting percentage is 99, and having a lower one is better. So what the fuck? Who cares?
I checked. I know what Raven McCracken is doing. He's directing pornography.
Good.
Yeah, that's what that was it specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the blood donor.
And the thing is like he has a MySpace account that he talks about it.
Cool. Hey, I mean, he does what he loves at least.
Oh yeah. Yeah. After writing this pornography.
And then eventually, if you like, this game doesn't have a max level. You just take these every level, and then eventually you can become immortal, which is like you do a special quest, and then if you fail, you die, I think, and if you make it, you become immortal, and then you just get more stuff. And now that we established this, what you get is a demigod and there's a god, and by the way, what you get as a god is pretty stupid and demigod, because let's see. One additional immortal 10th. What? When you become a demigod, you receive the following. One additional immortal 10th. Oh! Damage protection, sorry. For a total of 2. Continual element sustenance. The side effect of acquiring core god points, which not explained, but I mean we can infer that it's good. +2 to all ability scores except strength, +100 to strength, +1 advantage bonus. Which, okay. Demigods gain 10,000 life points per demigod level and the normal life points of their classes combined. They get 1 core god point per level. Then if you become an actual god, you get more bonuses, another 100 strength, another whatever shit. And apparently they have some limitations, like who fucking cares? Certainly not the author, because then we go to provisions. Now would you like to know how much you pay for boots in this game? Because soft leather boots cost $15, have 1 life point, and weigh 4 pounds.
I want to know.
Yeah, there you know. Now you know. That's how this book is laid out. And these tables are amazing because you can. An FM radio costs $1,000 for 2, and you can. They weigh 6 each. They've sent 10 life points. Everything is life points in this. In case the DM wants to destroy your stuff.
The natural substances really get me.
Imagine, like, just get the whiplash from. Oh yeah, you get god powers, and then if you rise in level, you also get 50,000 life points. And if you want to wear boots, they only have 1 life point though. It's so bad. Get by different batteries, different clips for weapons. The
consequence of all this is that if you get hit at all in this game, period, all of your equipment is going to disintegrate in 1 hit.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Unless you have the.
Which, by the way, that is a part of. We already talked about Legendary Adventures on this channel before. That is a thing in Legendary, which, by the way, was out by the time this game came out. You motherfuckers! This was already here. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
By the way, coffee got stuck in my throat. I'm so sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
I did not care enough to clear my throat. But this nonsense of, hey, if you get hit, your shit just disintegrates. I think that's actually kind of cool. I think the idea of having gear and having to keep it up is pretty neat.
Yep. The only problem.
However, when your attacks do hundreds of thousands of damage and you're measuring HP in hundreds of thousands, maybe don't include 1 life point boots, huh?
Yeah, maybe not.
maybe you include some Dragon Ball rules where you actually project a field of ki around you at your strongest that protects your clothes.
I mean, you can just buy a second pair of boots and put them on after the fight.
No, the ki field. That's the way. That's how it works.
I know.
Make it after every single fight.
So let's get to weapons, because this is really the best part. So these are the most basic weapons you can have. Remember, a dude like a giant multiplies this damage by about 100 or something dumb like that. So if a giant swings a large war axe, which costs $50 by the way, has 415,000 life points, which is a lot more than the giant himself is gonna have. It's gonna do about 10,000 to 100,000 points of damage, meaning anyone, if they don't have defenses, is going to be not just dead, not just pulped, they're going to get smeared across 3 state lines from this one attack. And basically, in return, anyone else who wields this dumb axe, who has a little bit of strength, is also going to kill the giant instantly, but the giant has tenths of damage protection, which we are now getting to. I explain tenths now. So a character can, through different means, have up to 4 of those naturally, and each tenth shaves the 0 off the damage anything does. So if I have 2 tenths of damage protection and get hit by this axe, basically it's going to do 1 to 10 damage all of a sudden. And then I can put armor on, like plate armor and whatnot, which is going to give me more tenths, which is going to make this weapon eventually just bounce off, do nothing. Which is very cool. And not swingy at all. Like, there's no way an enemy just comes around and just does 600,000 damage, and I only have 60 health and 2/10, meaning the 60,000 damage are now 600 damage, and I'm dead 10 times over. There's no way this ever happens. Like the very balanced game, very cool. I also like that they include the sizes because no one cares. In this game, everyone has beams and arrows and other shot abilities. Who cares if your fucking size 18 inches long or not? It has the nunchuck beat by 4 inches. That's really important information. I really needed that. So then we have basic spear, basic.
Wait a minute. Roll back up. Look at that axe.
Yeah, it looks like an axe. It's a very good throwing axe. Very.
What the fuck is that axe?
It's like you take it at this end, at the small end, and then you throw it. And then it falls down like a stone because it's
like shit.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. You throw it using only your index finger and your thumb. That's it.
All right, roll it back around. Go back to the projectile weapons table.
Yeah, same projectile weapons, the exact same thing. But even less important that how long they are, but whatever. Then we get I like that an arrow just does does d20 damage, while spear does d10. That makes total sense to me. Not.
I like how shitty crossbows are compared to arrows. I mean, what?
Oh yeah, it's a d10 for them. For no reason. I like that the pelham that an arrow has 4 life points, but a pelham shot, like a sling bullet, that has 320,000 life points.
Because it's a rock.
Yeah.
It's a fucking rock. What are you gonna do? Break the rock, dummy? You fucking 5-head? God.
And then now we get to low-tech weapons, which is, for example, a blue rain grenade, which does 10 to 60,000 damage, which is pretty high comparatively. You have other grenades which also do similar damages, but that's not all. High-tech weapons. We are now getting weapons which do 400,000 max damage. They cost, like, let's see, we can have 1 million to start free roll really well, so you can buy. Actually, not go this thing. Plasma axe, 10,000 damage, 20,000 bucks. You can have that as a middle class dude if you buy nothing else. Just plasma axe a foe. Or laser blaster if you prefer to do this range. Probably better to do this range. And then you also have missile reference. They have so many missiles.
And they're all named so well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, electro boomerang. Yeah. Classic.
Cobra Fang, Cobra Venom. This is actually, yeah, that's really. I didn't expect Cobra Venom to have a range of 700 miles, but here you go. It's also Cobra Bite. Wow. Yeah, cool. And now we get to shields, which are basically. Like they have life points, but this is just the item description. You have to read the description to know that they actually give you a shield bonus of like basically their own HP pool, which it protects against tens of thousands of damage in one go. And then anything goes over that, your armor takes, which then it's going to divide it by whatever, and then you take the rest, which you're also going to divide by your own thing. And it's all very simple. There's no way this takes like one round of combat is going to take you millions of years to play. Let's see. What?
It's laughing because they have like missiles designed to destroy planets in the same table. Like, what are we doing here?
What? I didn't gloss over that. I have to go back up.
Yeah, it does 12 billion damage.
Oh, be real.
Roll well enough.
Be real Viper, 50 million. Be real Ship Killer, 200 million. Be real Planet Smasher, 12 billion. 24 light years range. What the fuck? 24 light years. So the DM came back like, nah, campaign's over. Rocks falling is sold yesterday. Not to be real, they paid 500 million to kill your planet.
That's the other thing. It's only 500 million?
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah, eventually
The laughter in my heart. There's no mirth. There's no joy for this.
Sorry, Emery. I'm sorry. I'm subjecting you.
The banal nonsense of this game has become passe to me. That power armor looked like shit.
Yeah, it did. I'm not even gonna deny that this looks like shit. Get a Rift's guy to draw your power armor. It's gonna be with a skull on it, but it's gonna look cool.
The Rift artists knew what they were doing, honestly.
Yeah. And here's armor, which gives you up to 4/10 of damage protection if you pay 90 million. If you wear leather and plate, it's gonna give you a 10th. If you black manta leather, it's gonna give you 2. It's flying grizzly skin is gonna give you 1. You might wonder what's the flying grizzly. Well, the monster section of this book goes hard. We're gonna get there.
Fuck off! No, it doesn't.
It does. It does go hard. And the monster section is one I would say it's dumb, but I love it. That's the part.
Yeah.
I like it. You can have different vehicles and shit. So we started at light leather boots, and we're now at anti-grav Hydra Raver.
Yes.
They can get 2 of those for the price of 1 planet killer missile.
Wow, dirigible is only 5,000. What?
Wow.
What?
Gyro stabilized bike costs just 1,500. Seems weird.
Dang.
Oh, it's an actual bicycle, I think. Oh, weighs 8 pounds.
We're getting excited about bicycles. What happened to us?
I'm not exactly excited. I'm just looking at random things. Like, straight up, as you attempt to read this book, your eyes are gonna glaze over at all these tables, and you're not gonna really retain information. So I'm surprised right now by there's a Merville's Drive 5000 for $200,000 with 6 million life points, which weighs 500. Who fucking care? What even is this? Is this building a starship? Are we at that point? Is it?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
No, it's high-tech transportation, so you can buy a motor for your thing. Oh. But I know you can have cybernetics too, of course.
Of course. Do the Paradrix come with their own parachute?
The interesting part about cybernetics is they have their own life point, so I assume they have their own 10ths as well. So if you are a really sturdy dude and you have a cybernetic arm and it's not got good damage protection, it's always going to fall off and instantly annihilate by any attack that hits you. Body mod 3, cool. Increases user strength through its amplification by 40 strength. Nothing. What the fuck? 15 million for 40 strength? A giant sneezes at you once, but gains more strength from that. Then what the? These costs are highly logical. Make a lot of sense.
Oh, cyber tentacles.
No. You're not playing Duck Ock.
Are we not? Let's see how much
no, you won't.
cost.
No, you won't.
Cyber...
It's banned.
I would like the cyber phone then.
I say no. No.
I want the cyber phone, which is a phone you can use only to cyber on.
Okay, that's actually fine. That's okay.
Okay, cyber tentacle. 40,000 per tentacle plus 10,000 per extra 20 strength points. It costs 10,000. The maximum is 100. Okay. Oh god, I hate this. So dumb. Shadows have returned out. Hi, Shadow Killer. We are reading a terrible game. Or just scrolling through basically because it's so dumb. Okay, I want to just quickly say one thing. I know Emery hates this. I hate this as well, but I hate it less than what was it called? Cyberspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, cyberspace was awful.
Yeah.
It was incredibly bad.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I hate this game for many reasons. I think that not only is the design shoddy, I think that it is written by a pretentious, talentless hack who should never touch a single creative thing in his life. I am glad he is doing nothing but low-budget porn series. And for fuck's sake, Raven McCracken, if I ever catch you, I'm gonna fucking get you. I'm gonna fucking get you. Because this is single-handedly. By the way, the rest of these games, I probably dislike this more than any other thing that we've looked at for a very specific reason. This took 12 years. 12 years to refine. The initial took 10 years. This is 12 years of sitting in some fucking dank basement going, I'm gonna make the best, the most comprehensive rules system known to man, and it's going to include my original setting that I've lovingly created as this man is just festering among stacks of moldy books, ripping from Jack Vance, Robert E. Howard, and better men than he could ever dream of being. This man cannot conceive a fucking thought that is a fraction of the greatness that other men have done before him. This creator is a vapid, fucking useless human. That's why I hate this game. This game is useless. It is unplayable beyond anything we have ever seen.
Nope.
It is non-functional.
It is more playable than Continuum.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah, that is true. I will give it that.
You know what? Actually true. I did kind of forget about Continuum.
It's a good thing.
So you know what? You're actually right.
One of us can remind the others of Continuum, so we always know we are not in the worst timeline right now.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, so I take back what I've said about Raven McCracken over the last minute or so, and I'll apply that to the author of Continuum instead.
I think we can apply it. I think we can be generous and apply it to both of them. Because I agree.
Yeah. I can be generous with my spike.
Like here's my thing why I hate this just slightly less, because this is so dumb and over the top that I don't think anyone who has like a smidge of experience in role-playing games will take this seriously. But I know people who seriously play Rolemaster and thus would seriously consider playing Cyberspace.
Yeah.
And this game, you could show them this game and they would be like, what the fuck is this table? I know dumb tables, and this table is even dumber than the dumbest table I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And they would not play this, and that's actually a positive. When you get to this like caliber of game.
Oh yeah.
And now that we have established that you have cyberware, we can establish that we have like different special rare gems and woods and steels in this game.
Awesome.
Which is really not important at all, except as loot, I think. There's hell iron for some reason.
Yeah, earth eggs.
And then we can make starships. Again, there's an entry for soft leather boots in this game, but we can make starships.
Mm-hmm.
Which are just, it's a comprehensive game. This game has its whole star system, so why not have starships? They're actually pretty affordable, all things considered. Like, what? Wait.
Yeah. Like, a bicycle we were talking about earlier is more expensive than a Starship computer.
Yeah.
Like, perfect example, perfectly balanced. It just works. Thanks, Todd Howard.
So, this really genuinely feels like the end result of every single I'm going to make my own unique setting system. This feels like the end.
Yeah. Like, these fucking starships cost so little money.
Yeah.
Like a random middle-class person from a city can buy one with their starting cash. Not going to be the best one, but they can have a starship.
Yeah. And then if you look at like the missiles and the weapons and how much damage they do, why wouldn't I just carry around an accelerated particle beam instead? Yeah. It's only $500.
Yeah.
Like seriously, and it does 1 million damage minimum.
So I'm really at a loss where this what might have inspired this piece of art. I'm really at a loss.
Yeah, no idea. This seems like a pretty original character.
Yeah. So now we are
I like how casual he is. Like, wait a minute, look at him.
Yeah,
he's just like checking the time. He's vibing.
Yeah, he's just waiting. He's just waiting for the bus or something.
Good old Torpedo Tanuki.
Yeah.
Our favorite superhero.
So marmoset.
Yes, Sundad? It is the literal. No, son, that is no. We can't. We do not.
This is
No.
legally distinct.
Yeah, this is very legally distinct. He's fatter. He's way fatter, and it's a watch. The watch
He has a
makes
dead
this.
bod. You know,
Yeah,
he's a
that.
dead bod.
Yes, that. Oh God, dead bot raccoon. It's dead bot raccoon. He's not. He's not. He's not defined by his weapon. He's defined by his board. And now that we have established that we can have a starship and a raccoon with a rocket launcher, we have hireling reactions.
Oh boy.
So if you don't know what that is, that's basically a system where the DM is like, well, the guy you hired actually doesn't like you. It's going to try to run away with your stuff. And I rolled that randomly because apparently I wasn't able to come up with that idea on my own. So you just roll on this. It's adjusted, I think, by your ego bonus, which we discussed earlier. So you can have a minus somehow, and then they hate you and they will try to harm you if it's below a 1. They can dislike you. They may give you wrong information. You are paying these people to work for you, by the way.
Of course.
It does not care. Lack of interest. They can be influenced by only once. Can be influenced, but only once. What does that mean? They can be. Oh, this is initial disposition for any NPC, basically.
Yep.
And then you can find out which it is. Because if you can influence them twice, then you know they're at least mildly interested, and then you can hire them, and then they're gonna work for you. Because then you have like a hireling. I don't know why you would need a hireling, because it's just a fucking dude. In this game, you are basically on a power level most of the time, where a normal dude is just not gonna matter. But you can hire one. Here's rules for that. He might look like this or like this. Then you can be. Then here's a unicorn, and now we are at Land and World, which is. This man did not know what Mercator projection is, by the way. So because this does not make sense in a projection kind of thing. Also, these consonants are very square. It's almost like he drew them on 4 sheets of paper and then later made this bigger. So there is 3 continents, which are the forbidden continent, the enchanted.
Sunder, that hireling is not Iron Fist with horns. That hireling is Iron Fist with cat ears.
Yes, I agree. Either or, I think. Maybe it's one catty and one horn. So, really quickly, the setting of this game. You have the Emerald Continent, the Dark Continent, the Forbidden Continent. Emerald Continent is where you're gonna play. That's the normal place where stuff works. Dark Continent, I think, has areas where stuff doesn't work. Like certain things. And Forbidden Continent, your stuff doesn't work. Enemy stuff does work, so never go there. Then you have the Arctic and Antarctic, and in the Antarctic there's the butthole into the inside of the planet, where we can then look at the inside map of the planet, which we're going to arrive at soon, I'm sure. Yeah, which is the Grand Line map from One Piece, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
You go in here. Then you ride your boat into here, and then you ride the sort of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Bada bing.
Yeah. And it has basically, again, stuff exploded in here. It killed everyone except 1,500 people who fled outside through the butthole. But now it's populated. Everything is normal again. There's also people here. It's just the same stuff. It's just a second world where you can also play.
Yeah, it's World 2 because World 1 wasn't enough.
Yeah, and there's a lot of the same things. They explain to you that there's towns and how many people there are in them, and how defensive they are, and how their crime factor and tech level is. So you kind of Forbidden City, pretty okay art level. Like, I guess 4 might be a middling art level. Everyone is 4 so far. Wait, was everyone 4 art? Less. Yeah, you don't want to be in Gateway with your art because they don't appreciate art there. And that kind of thing. It's very important information. No one could have made this up on their own. The setting is really intricate and cool. This is very...
No, it's not.
Sandat, what do you mean? This is all original content. There's no one is ripping off anything in here, especially not DC.
The Forbidden Continent looks kind of like one of the lands from Ultima 1, by the way. It just changed slightly.
Here's our hammer-throwing dwarf.
Wow.
Here's the city of Terra, which like all its many districts and shit. And it doesn't really... I don't really get what we are supposed to be looking at here, but again, who cares? Oh, we have a numbered list of stuff. I will care even less now. This is like, this used to be like a market for setting books where like, here's the city. We put every little shop in here. It's literally that. Like, imagine buying a D&D book in current year and getting like the explanation. Yeah, this is Baldur's Gate. Here's all 200 shops that are in Baldur's Gate. Oh, you didn't want to play in Baldur's Gate? Well, that's not my problem. Here's 20 pages you just paid for Baldur's Gate, though. And you have giant ships. Wow. The giants make the ships, which is why it's giant ships. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's the space map with Bijor and Dijor and Thronins and Shalom and Tarn and Kaltus and Synnibarr, where we are.
And all the other cast of friends.
The Shattered Worlds and Danny and Shemel and Saphis. Note that the solar distances are not to scale. Oh, you don't say. Why is there a scale here then, you fucking stupid... Goddamn. Is this because we are supposed to measure these? The planets? Idiot. Idiot. Different, yeah, again, there's different planets we can go to. We have categories for what? Star power category explanations. Oh, depending on what star you are at, get different. Oh yeah, we have to explain Vendor and Nilibirong. How could I have forgotten about Vendor and Nilibirong?
No.
But it's the...
It's just the voice from Dune.
No, it's not. It's the better magic after Earth magic, but it's not the best magic, because the best magic is God magic.
God, fuck this. God, fuck this.
And you can...
God.
No, not who.
Just like Continuum, this dude thinks he is fucking smart. Wow, this dude thinks he's fucking smart.
Oh man, Vendor and Nilibirong is really, really strong though. Like,
I just want to give a quick game design tip.
Yeah, please.
Just a quick game design tip. Now, if you think you're smart, you're going to make a 400-page rulebook in which every eventuality is going to be listed out, and you're going to have a ton of ridiculously advanced calculations or, complicated bullshit. If you are actually smart, you're going to nail down what people find fun, and then you're going to design that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. This guy is fucking stupid. This guy is a room temperature IQ brainlet who fucking thinks that he's Einstein.
Yeah, I agree.
And goddamn, there is not a designer I've wanted to, throw something at more.
Also,
I'm getting angry. I'm getting actually mad.
I would also like to that's the small thing. Like you can.
Yes.
I would expect you to roll on this table, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how? Because it's a D40.
I have one of those.
Do I roll a D10 and a D4? Okay, I guess I can do that. Okay. Problem solved.
Got a D40.
Okay, let's roll that. Let's see what we get.
38.
Organic, electronics, and all powers are cancelled. This is just a random. I think we just went to a star and then we died because everything is cancelled.
Yeah, that's great.
Then we have combat.
I genuinely urge you, if you are looking into game design, especially tabletop design, stop. Wait. think about what you're doing. This is the shit. This is why not having checks and not having playtesters. I do not believe that this motherfucker had a playtester. He said that people have playtested. I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
I don't believe it
He
either.
said thousands of people played this.
No, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe more than 10 have.
I think I'll give him 20.
I don't even know if I give him 20.
I give him 20. Over 12
this is
years,
why
I give him
going
20.
to people, like, quick normal designer thing. Normal designer shit. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens when you're an actual designer and you want to make a new system? You go to your players or playtesters and you go, hey, I'd like to get this effect. What do you guys think about doing this, or this?
Yeah.
And you talk to people and you put options in front of your playtesters and start to tweak and change according to how you feel it should work. You don't sit in a fucking nasty pizza encrusted basement for 12 fucking years and write the worst rules I've ever seen.
But you can make porn in that same basement years later, so it works out.
I guess it works. I guess it works.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Following his
Yeah.
real passion.
Yeah. So let's talk about combat by not talking about combat because it's dumb. You
It's
attack.
so bad.
It's a percentile attack, and then you have 3 defenses. And imagine, like, everyone who knows the D&D book, right? What is the stuff that comes up most often in game, like question wise? It's how do I do this combat stuff, right? Next to spells. Like that's what the most of the book is. In this book, combat is like 8 pages long.
Yeah.
And just tells you if you attack, then you can have this defense, then this defense, and now we are using spells. Drake, you have some grades, I think. Because there's many here. There's a lot of spells in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to point some out to us?
Yeah, let me see here.
Oh, that was general spell description. Now we get to the actual spells, yeah?
Yep. Like, there's so much stuff here already. Like, they talk about cancellations and nullifications. Like, almost every spell has, like, a counter spell. And it's like, what? Because some of them are just absolutely ridiculous. Trying to find an example immediately.
Yeah, ball lightning is cancelled by water bolt.
Yeah, ether bolt is countered by alchemist armor. Control size is countered by control size. Huh, surprise, surprise. But yes, just like they have so many standard things. All the alchemy stuff is about what you'd expect if you were just call it a wizard. But no, it has to be an alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you're able to create that werewind that created the were men and were women.
Yes.
You can summon elementals, all the standard stuff. But once you get into like chi abilities, which they have tables for that on page 214, like
Yes.
none of it's balanced at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like ninja disciplines, 3rd level, you have a table. All right, I'm gonna roll a d8, see what I get. Huh? I could either get blowgun. That sounds cool. Or I could get dragon breath. Or I could get something called sigh. I mean, come on. Like, which is cooler? Dragon breath, of course. Or the hand. Yes, you can be Jim Carrey from Liar Liar. That's great. Oh, wait, no, that's the claw. Excuse me.
I also want to point something out generally about spells in this book. We talked about damage protection, right?
Oh,
Spell
God.
damage is its own thing, and armor does not work against it. And I think even your natural defenses don't work against it unless it says so.
Yep.
So if you have those tenths of damage protection and only take damage one damage per, I think, 10 million or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
It's still going to, like, this ball lightning is still going to insta-gip you 10,000 times over.
Yep.
Because it does 100,000 damage out of the gate.
Yep. Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Does so much damage. The only way to resist it is you have a % resistance ability. Dwarves are really good at resisting things. Like, that's the only reason why dwarves exist in this game. There's a couple other races that do that too, or classes, or I don't know. They mix it up in such a way that, like, it makes me want to play old D&D with where dwarves were a class. And okay. So yeah, so like, page 217, they show a blowgun, where it's just like blowgun is described as a beam attack, Now, you wouldn't think that with blowgun. You'd think it'd be like, I don't know, a projectile attack. No, it's called a beam attack. And they use beam attack constantly to mean projectile. But also it means it's also a normal weapon. But the darts are chi energy that may carry poison. Now, the text says may carry poison. Well, does it or doesn't it? You wrote the fucking spell. Come on. And then it just keeps going from there. Like, Dragon Breath does not actually let you breathe fire. It's just a beam that temporarily blinds and deafens somebody. Yes, that's exactly what I think of when I think of Dragon Breath. I think I'm going to blind and deafen someone.
Just have really bad breath.
Yeah. It's that bad. It's that bad.
I
this
know.
whole book is bad.
I know there's one thing in here which I'm hoping I don't scroll past.
Yeah, let me find the one that really got me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is great.
Because they have spells like Trojan Horse, which is just unnecessarily complicated.
You don't say.
Yeah. Unnecessarily complicated. You can shrink all these people and they climb inside something.
Is it here? Is it here? 15th level Earth Power, yeah, of course. Like, we couldn't just have 9 levels of spell. That's what D&D does. We have 15th level. But it's like, it goes to 9th and then 15th and then 20th or something stupid like that.
Yeah, it does what Palladium did at one point, where they kind of skipped around a little bit. Like back in their first edition.
20th level Earth Power spells. Where?
Where? Yeah. Okay, I found it. The best one on page 227. Barrymore's Vertigo.
Oh, okay. Read that out while I search the one I wanted to find.
Okay. It has a casting time of 3 attacks, so if you're clumsy, it takes forever to cast. It affects a 100-foot diameter around the caster. It lasts for an entire hour. The damages it causes nausea. And the way to counterspell would be to cast Guardian Angel, because that makes sense. So, of all the different kinds of attacks, this is probably the most uncomfortable, notwithstanding death. It affects the inner ear, causing extreme nausea and the inability to keep one's balance or concentration long enough to use powers. The spell will only affect those that the spellcaster wishes, up to 3 victims, plus another 1 every 5 levels. The maximum creatures affected is 10. You can't affect drakes or hydras unless you're 15th level or above. It's an area effect around you. It can be dodged only by a tesseract. There's no shot roll required for this spell. So it affects everybody no matter what unless they use a tesseract, which over and over again, I keep just imagining Loki smirking from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and teleporting away every time I see that word in this book.
What are mutations? I think. Where did I see this?
Yep.
God damn.
But yes, but it raises so many questions. Like, who is Barrymore? Why was he good at Vertigo? Was he a descendant of Drew Barrymore? It's so powerful that only a Tesseract can dodge you. That's so great. And then imagine just being this famous that you have a dizzy spell named after you that causes nausea, but doesn't do any actual real effect. Ugh. Oh no, people can't concentrate. I'm sure that that you'd find a way in this system to be able to concentrate.
Why is that? I found it last night when I scrolled through this book before. Oh yeah, by the way, certain classes like shamans eventually just get other spells. Yeah. It didn't feel like writing over 20th level for shamans, so shaman after that just grabs other spells. And there's some others as well. Yeah. And what I'm trying to refine, but I'm sadly not doing, is their rules for wishes, because oh god,
their wish rules are terrible. I'm trying to find the shaman.
I don't think it's in
song.
Shaman. I don't think it's in Shaman. I must have gone over.
No, I don't think it is either.
I just don't get it.
But yeah, the Mage Warrior is completely ridiculous. Like at level 1, I can do tons of life point damage with this thing that you can shoot at somebody's eyes. And
create creature.
Something under songs. Where was it?
God, there's so many spells.
Yeah, there are.
They're all the fucking same. I mean, I think it was under the normal spells then. Was it? Is this ninja? It's Mage Warrior. 50th level Earthbound transfer soul.
God damn.
Curse, creation of life. Silver summit conjurement. Give life. Werestorm. It's 20th level though. I'm pretty sure that spell is 50th level. God, I want to find it, but if I can't, just imagine. I mean, what we always wish needed more of, especially in those times, is just more clarification about what you can and can't wish for and how you should word the wish and stuff. That's really what wish needed in terms of explanation and balancing and just general fun for the game. That's what this is all about.
There's other little things that, like, just basically a level 1 character in this game. Like, some people complain about 4th edition D&D. Oh, I have so much more HP as a level 1 character, and I can do this. This game blows that completely out of the water.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm saying water because a level 1 shaman can sing Rain Dance over the course of 5 attacks and summon 1,000 to 6,000 gallons of fresh water. But because of the cloud that is summoned, they can fire rainbow lightning bolts from the cloud that paralyze people for 1 minute. What?
I mean, here's the thing. I'm kind of on one level, on the very basic level, I'm vibing with this just being a superhero game where you can just do that kind of thing. But the balance itself is nothing. There's no balance in here. Like at the same level, the Aquaman can just kill you instantly.
Yeah.
By taking your breath away.
Yeah.
Just everyone is One Punch Man.
Basically, yeah.
That's it.
Like if you know,
and it's like cool. You fight a guy, he kills you instantly.
Yeah,
cool.
if you
hit a guy first, I kill him instantly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I don't see this going any other way, honestly. The DM can always be like, yeah, the guy shoots you with the space gun, doing 1,500 times more damage than you can possibly have health. And yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. Okay.
And according to the rules, you can parry it. So yeah, that it gets even more ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the only thing that saves you in this is that this is why the game has 3 levels of defense, so you don't instantly die.
That's why.
But it's not great, obviously. Like I can imagine sitting at a table like 1 year into your game test and being like, too many people die if I just give them 1 defense. Maybe if I add more, and then you just do that.
It feels like that's what happened. Like somebody's 12-year-old kid got really upset because their character kept dying in 1 hit. So, okay, well, you can roll this too, Timmy. And how about this?
Then there's move tables, which is really important. There's like algebra in here to throw things somewhere. This art is pretty cool. Just know some artists which I would say includes me just certain things to just put my effort into. The psychic plane, there's Catman adventuring.
Once again, I'm hung up on just the fact that you can do counter spells, and they're always something ridiculous, like the 3rd level shaman song "Knife." Yes, it's called Knife. That's what the song is called, Knife. What do you think the counter would be? It's dancing song, because of course it is.
You evade with that, yeah. You evade.
Yeah, you just dance around and you avoid the knife. Perfect, yeah.
So now we get to adventuring in this book.
Oh, great!
And wow. I heard from Emery that there's. Can you repeat what you said earlier about writing adventure, and then if people figure it out, they win?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a system for GMs in this game where you have to make a very detailed plan, effectively like a syllabus, like Drake said, as a professor would. And if you do not follow it to the letter, which you have to make sure you do, because at the end of the game, you give the players your notes, and they will effectively check it off and go, okay, so we did this, and this. You stuck to this, and this, and in doing so, that's the correct XP calculation. Now, if you go off scheduled go-off lesson, then your players get more XP.
It's so good. That's so dumb.
I'm going to say this right now. I do effectively more campaign prep than anybody else I've ever met. And I do more detailed work than anyone else I've ever really dealt with, outside of like some very niche people that I've dealt with once or twice. But I do that stuff for a reason. I wouldn't fucking do this. If I wouldn't do this, you have a problem.
I will say this.
Cracked.
It shows you the mindset of this person, I think, very well.
It really does.
And that, oh no, I didn't cheat you out of, like, that's the thing. You have to, if this game is this swingy, and the players will be like, but my guy just died instantly, what was I supposed to do? Yeah, well, I wrote it down like this, you could have done this or that, the plan was blah, 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 blah. So you show your homework, so the player can't nail you to a wall about him dying. I think that's what this is.
Oh, you've got a good point, actually.
This isn't about finishing an adventure. I don't think anyone finished an adventure in this game. Like how?
No.
The only way you do that is if DM deliberately only sends stuff against you that is nothing. Is you can just, oh, there's goblins. They do 100 damage maximum. You have 1,000 damage protection. So each attack of them does 1/10 of your life, of one life point of yours, of your 150,000 life points, whatever. So you can just stomp on them all day long, and this doesn't matter. And now you won. Yay, XP. That's the only way you don't die in this game. It's dumb. It's just dumb. Gaming points. I like that it's very, like, this is another thing. Another thing where you go. So a lot of games, especially some older and especially modern games, give you a lot of, oh, by the way, this is how you DM. This is how this goes. Here's lots of tips to make an adventure. Here's lots of tips to improve your own style, maybe to give here's ideas on what you might want to do, how you could approach certain situations, how to give every player a moment, and so on and so forth. But this book just doesn't do that. This book gives you like 5 pages of stuff. One of them is weather, because we really needed to know if it's foggy or not. And then you are done. Here's some treasure table. And those random encounters, which we're going to get to in a second. I just want to go back to these rules that just and stuff. General rules. During a game of Fate, you may use any reference material within this book. Other players may not unless they have your permission. To stop all arguments, if the text does not clearly state it can be done, then it cannot be done unless Fate approves. Fate's approval applies only within the context of that particular game or adventure and no other. Yeah, this is also written from a very antagonistic standpoint. It's not we're having fun together. No. Fate, the DM, is going to decide if this is correct or not. Fuck you. And if they decide it's right, next game they might decide different. Because it's only applies to this one game. And that's also a very good indication of how this person has no idea how to fucking role-playing games. Like, fuck off with especially this kind of thing.
Hey guys, I'm in the About the Author right now.
Okay.
And I want to read this section.
Is it okay if we go through the animals first, then we can get the book out all the way? Yeah. So we have all these tables here for our animal encounters, but I really just want to get to the monsters themselves.
Oh, please do.
There's like, you know what this person values more? Isn't DM advice. It's rolling for a random monster.
Yeah.
Because we have, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pages of just encounter table stuff. This is not the one. Now we add the monsters. So what do we have? Acid Jelly, Akura, Alentians. So I want to get to a few particular ones. Giant alligator. I want to find the flying bear. What was it called again? There's different colors of ape. There's Ackerman, Ardemians.
Oh, wow.
It can be an armadillo, I guess.
Yeah, it's bear, comma.
Is this bear, comma? Yeah, it can be a Batman. bear polar, bear sea, bear giant sea polar, bear giant panda. But they're special bears. This is not the normal bears.
Yeah, this is not the.
However, note that the panda bear, giant panda bear, has 400,000 life points max. This is quite a bit. Might beat that bear up a long time.
Thick.
They have 4/10 too.
I think it has. Wow, look at this dude. What is he? It's not a cobra. Is he a colossi? It must be a colossi. Ah, fuck, where's this bear? Just look at this thing. It's a dog deer eagle. I don't know. Flying deer.
It's a flying deer, yeah.
Yeah. It's a flying deer. 10 to 100.
Oh, yeah.
Cave demon, tree demon.
Those wings are nasty, by the way. Those wings are really gross.
They would not work. If different dragons, again, dragons are the small now. Drakes are the big ones. Fuck, where's this bear? I found it before.
Yeah.
Look at this. What are you? I guess you are Dreldems. What is the Dreldems? The alien creatures are a plant-like race that is on very friendly terms with Sim. They resemble an octopus with hands at the end of each vine-like arm, and instead of 3 legs, they weigh from 150 to 200 pounds and stand 5 to 6 feet at the shoulder. Okay. Yeah. So it's just a dude.
Yeah, they're just really thick pacra. That's all.
Yeah, plant dude. Stop talking about my stuff. Giant egg. Ah, fuck, where's this bear? Is it gonna appear? Where was the giant carp? Is this here? Did we gloss over the giant carp?
Oh, it's grizzly giant flying.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So, grizzly giant flying.
Yeah.
Number appearing 1 to 4. 20% chance of female with only 2 young. 10 ego. Aura is violet. Text per turn 2 plus 1 per 10 levels. So you can give these guys levels. So this thing has a bite, a claws, and eye beams. It has shoots laser eyes. It's 100 feet. It's a flying bear that flies above you and shoots laser eyes down until you die. The flying grizzlies are strong and ferocious creatures. They are 10 to 15 feet in length, weigh lots of pounds, and feed on any form of meat or fish. Their eye beams can fire 10 times a day and take 1 attack to use. Their fur may be used as armor and is worth $1,000 for an intact hide. Flying grizzlies are very intelligent species who will stalk their prey vast distances. They are encountered everywhere. They could be behind you right now. And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, here's the Sunstone Grizzly, which has 1,000 to 10,000 damage with its claws. Just a very big grizzly.
Oh. And they have the effect where they can do it through 4/10. So ignore up to 4/10.
Yep. Lots of things ignore armor. Which is, imagine being like, min-max my way into having 4/10 at the start. Yeah, giant Sunstone Grizzly attacks, it doesn't matter, you're dead.
Yep.
Again, this game is unplayable because of how swingy it is. Seahorse, Firehorse. Mad Hound.
Oh god, not seahorses. Oh, having a spoony moment here.
Oh, how bad are seahorses? I want to know.
They look like they can really mess you up because they do like 5 attacks per turn.
See.
And then
talk about spoony moments. I fucking look like Spoony on one of his recent streams right now.
I'm sorry, Emery. I'm sorry. We paused too long. You are not used to this anymore. We didn't do this show in a while, so you are not used to it. Your resistance has gone down. Your resistance to garbage bullshit.
No, my resistance hasn't gone down. This is just fucking really bad in all of the ways that hurt me very specifically.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, but don't you like that there's 3 pages of just hydras? Hydra Argium, Hydra Chameleon,
okay.
Hydra Elemental, Hydra Hell, Hydra Midnight, Hydra Mist, Hydra Scarlet, Hydra Sea, Hydra Sonic, Hydra Storm, Hydra Thermal, Hydra Titanium. Only bad news, that one. Were Hydra. And then we are done. That's enough Hydras for you.
Okay,
Oh.
Kind of Imperial
How
Guard.
Hydra? Who Hydra?
Imperial Guard. Just, yeah. Giant mutant lionfish. So dumb.
Where's the carp? Where's the carp with the fucking
Yeah, what was it called? What was it called again, Drake?
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, One Punch words on it. It's so true.
Where is it? I know it's in a weird place. Like, let's see.
Yeah, it wasn't on a carp. Don't think I saw it on a sea. There's lots of demons, because why wouldn't we have those? Lots
Yeah.
are demons, by the way. Lots are demons in this game, so just so you know.
Tons of them.
Yeah. Black Mutant Manta. Armored Mantis. Mink, a giant mink. It's probably something you want to fight, because it's like a normal fucking thing. Doesn't really do much. Sunstone Teeth, though. Oh, it bites you through 3/10, so it is actually a threat. Okay, cool. Everything just ignores armor. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
Squirrel Monkey, Mutant, Mustang, Dream Mutant, Black Mutant, Neptune's Electric Girdle. What? What the fuck? This plant grows under the ocean in great electric kelp beds. Each plant weighs 1 to 4 tons, and its leaves may be as much as 500 feet long. Only attacks when it is surprised. How do you surprise a plant? Roll the plant's surprise when adventures are within 50 feet. If surprised, the leaves will release great arcs of static electricity. Mutation-based, this causes intruders to lose 50% of their surprise rolls. Who fucking cares? BB10, hi.
This asshole cares.
You are cute. Also, Nomad, if you're still sorry, I didn't see you. Are also cute. Tech Troopers. Oh, look at him. I know how Digitrade legs work. Look at this. God damn, that's so bad.
Wow.
Sandert, you are also cute. Nigel? Nose? What? Nose?
Oh, a wild thornberry. Huh?
Mutant octopus. Arctic owl, phantom scarlet.
Come on, let me fight Nigel Thornberry.
That would be like par for the course in this game.
What's a Nigel? So a Nigel is a serpent with a smooth black skin and a white underbelly. Nigels grow to be 40 feet long and weigh up to 2 tons, actually 1 ton. Their meat is exceptionally tasty. They take great pleasure in capsizing boats and eating the crew. A Nigel is known to follow giant ships alongside sharks, and like them, they will follow the smaller boats that leave the ship in hope of getting an easy meal. So they're basically sea snakes. Poison bite. Okay.
I found it.
Where is it? What page?
It's the roar carp on page 420.
Well, where weren't they yet? Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, the raccoon is an enemy? Talking raccoon.
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh.
Fuck
that too.
Fuck.
Oh, he's evil.
You. Is he?
Yep.
Well, his aura is gold through blue. So he's mostly good.
So he's okay, so he's actually a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good boys. Good boys.
No immunities, no resistance. Gaming. Yes, get some gaming points of 4th.
Yeah.
Talking raccoons weigh 100 to 150 pounds and stand 4 to 5 feet tall. Yeah, they have that board. The length of their tails is about
chunky.
Yeah,
He's
it's chunky boy. It's a rat, just a rat. No, it's not. 5 to 15 pounds? Grow 10 inches at the shoulder? Dude, what the fuck? This is just a spherical rat, because what blowfish.
Look at the damage they do too. They pierce through 4/10. What? They have like armor-piercing bite. What?
This rat just fucking destroys you.
It's a running speed
What
of
the fuck?
30 miles per hour. What the fuck are these rats?
Oh, these
Holy
spherical
crap.
rats that fucking roll at you and then bite you with anime
Yeah,
power.
it's gonna be 10d6 appearing. They can kill you. Really easy. It's amazing.
Really easy. Because they do, what is that, 5 to 50 damage per bite. Oh. And they do 2 attacks per turn?
Yeah.
Wow, you're dead quick.
And you know what? The giant rat doesn't fucking, it's garbage, because it does not have piercing super teeth. Only has normal teeth. It's nothing. Giant rat garbage. Normal rat is what it said. So, okay, we got into that carp, and after that I'm done.
Carp.
We can get to actual talking about this fucker. What was it called? The raw carp here.
Roar carp, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
2 to 4 dragons per more number appearing. What the fuck? Life points 10,000 to 60,000 with 2 tenths. Dragons 1,000 to 10,000 with 1 tenth. Aura Violet. Ego 10 to 30. Dragons 6 to 8. Attacks per turn 3+1 per 5 levels. Advantage something. Shot bonus is 30. Attacks Morse Bite 10 to 4,000 damage. Dragon's
Times
Bite and
50.
Claws times 50 LPD. Yeah, it's true, times 50. Wait, what? This is so dumb.
Yeah.
So it's why wouldn't you just put it in there?
Exactly.
It's 1d4 times something. Idiot, the worst. Medium flight speed 0, dragons 400. What the? So, the raw carp is one of the most unusual creatures in Synnibarr. It is not one being but 2. The part known as the maw derives its title from resemblance to a great mouth. The other part resembles dragon-like creatures with lime green skin and dandelion-colored wings. The dragons are part of the maw created as a means to gather food. The maw weighs 1 to 4 tons, blah blah blah. Each maw may have up to 5 dragons. The dragons eject from the maw at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. Once in flight, they will hunt for larger creatures. Caught food is brought back to the maw and placed within the great mouth. This mouth has a specialized digestive soil within it that breaks down the food into absorbable substances. This process requires 1 hour per 100 pounds of dust, 1 to 1,000 LPD per minute damage. The maw is in constant telepathic link with its gatherers, and it can see and speak through them. The raw carp also has the nasty ability to dominate telepathically any other type of plant, including plantmen, within a range of 5 miles. With this ability, the maw will usually have created a defensive perimeter. The dragons have 2 weapons that they employ. One is a phase fire 3 times per day magic, and the other is paralysis bolt 10 times per day psionics. Both have a range of 100 feet. Every 2 years, the raw carp reproduces by creating a yellow dragon that has 10% of a normal dragon's size. This tiny creature has an egg within it and will fly to a comfortable spot and plant itself, growing to a full-sized raw carp in 2 years. The raw carp can be domesticated if caught when first planted within 2 to 6 weeks. The small maw can be removed from the ground and placed in a bowl. Once within the bowl, it will grow to fill its container. Within 6 months, it will make its first dragon. It will weigh 10% the maw's total weight. When this little dragon appears, you must be careful to feed it and talk to it, for it will learn human speech and readily takes conversation. Raw carp, raised in this manner, will take on the aura of its owner and then become very loyal. The average maw will live 100 to 200 years.
Yep.
So, just to point this is, again, just the small nibble, if you will, of the dumb bullshit in this book that I find kind of funny. And actually something where I would say, yeah, if you just ignore all the stats and just go by the cool, find the 50 cool creatures in here and put them into your D&D campaign, maybe. Because this weird plant that shoots out monsters that just bring it food and can dominate plant man, that's an adventure. Like, I can see this adventure right now.
Yeah, it's that one planet Mass Effect.
Yeah. But
basically.
that's right. But everything else in here is such trash it isn't worth talking about. So Emery, you had information about this man that may lead to the capture of this man.
I want to read about the author here, and there's a very specific section because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the rest of his stuff because in effect, what this is this guy is a huge dork who says that he's studied in science fiction, comics, also studied acting, magic, and martial arts.
Oh, here
he
we
wanted
have
to be
him.
a musician. So basically, he is an absolute fucking loser.
Yes.
From the 70s and 80s. He looks exactly like you would expect. Big dumb mullet, big fat mustache. Who thinks he is the absolute coolest guy on the fucking planet, but he failed and had to live on the streets because he sucks and is not talented, which we can see through his writing. However, what I want to be very specific on is this paragraph here. Most of the concepts in the world of Synnibarr come from Raven's real-life experiences, trying to make the gaming rules logical and as believable as possible. He has worn armor, fought with weapons, dodged arrows, rode horses, participated in live gaming, run races, acted, performed magic tricks, jumped off diving boards, flown airplanes, fought in life and death situations, and fired guns, all of which make the world of Synnibarr ring with authenticity. I doubt that this motherfucker has done any of these things.
I'll give him that he probably was in a fight as a child and probably.
I'll tell you this much: you will be in a fucking life or death fight if you ever meet me, Raven. Fuck off. I hope that you never come out of the goddamn spunk-encrusted basement that you shoot your terrible porn series in. You fucking hack.
Raven currently resides in Seattle, Washington, with his wife and his best friend Dave McDougal. He is presently writing for a television program as well as comics, and he is designing an electric vehicle. God, amazing. So I would like to point out that he apparently lives with like in a polycule with his wife and another dude. That's cool. Let's look at him. Yeah.
I think he's a fan of The Expanse also, judging by his latest photos.
Great. I'm sure he thought he could have written it better.
Oh, God. Now I'm looking at his
Here's
Facebook.
We have talked about this before, where when designing complex rules, it's so easy to see nerds not understanding how things work, and that they have obviously never done any of these things.
Yep.
Like people designing fencing rules when they've never fenced before. This guy has never left his house. This is one of the least, what I would say, experiential literary. Sorry, I'm so angry I can't even fucking talk. This is one of the most experience illiterate people I've ever thought of, that I have ever seen, that I have ever read about. This is a guy who has never done anything in his life, but will regularly tell people he is super fucking cool.
100%.
And I hate him.
Like, he writes in his About the Author section that he dreamed about getting an Olympic gold medal. Yeah, I bet you did. This is so dumb.
For fuck's sake.
Like,
I hope this motherfucker has imposter syndrome. Because if there's one person on this planet who deserves it, it's this bastard.
Oh, why would he have imposter syndrome though? He has accomplished nothing.
God, that's what I'm saying. I want him to basically be thinking that he's super cool, and then there's a real core of his being that feels such rampant anxiety that it causes him stomach pain. I despise this man. Holy fuck.
I'm more interested in the fact that this book is published in 1990 or something. He went back to school to study computer-aided design back then. So he worked with Windows 1.0 and clicked some buttons, I guess. This, like, not to belabor this, but this sounds like, oh yeah, you have been unemployed for a while. Here's like some sort of make work program which gets you into like this, and it's gonna look better in our statistics about unemployment if you're in the program. so please go there. I don't know. Idiot. I agree with you. This guy is lapped in his life and thinks that makes him an expert on everything.
Yes. Flat out.
That's oh yeah, Daisy, welcome to hell. Hello. God. I do enjoy that he makes porn now, like in his late age.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at this image, it seemed like it was predestined.
So yeah.
This is the only meme that I've made from this because it just fits everything.
Yeah. Like, and here's my takeaway to this whole book. There's a sweet spot of dumb bullshit, which is Rifts. Like, as dumb as Rifts is, you can make a working game in Rifts. Like, you have to be sure that the one player is like, yeah, I'm going to play a doctor, and the other's like, yeah, I'm going to play a dragon juicer who has 1,000,000 strength and going to punch the planet in half. Because that's going to be a very interesting game for either of them, depending who's getting challenged right now. But you can make a working game in Rifts. It is not possible here. Definitely not possible here. Everyone is just going to either not be challenged at all or die, or also very possible just going to check out immediately and be like, yeah, I guess I have that skill. I don't know. Well, where are we going now, DM? Oh, to the king? Okay, why not? No, I'm not going to use any of my abilities because I don't really care what they are. I don't know what they do. And let's just hear what you have to say. And then what should I use now? Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt, I guess, because I have that, according to you. I saw a review on RPGNet. Someone called this the time cube of the RPGs. That's pretty apt.
Okay, I will give this one benefit. The system has had one benefit. I have been jokingly upset or angry. I think there's a great breadth of emotions that we all show here, and I think my what would you say, histrionics have their benefits to them in looking at these terrible RPGs. However, this is one of the only times I have become genuinely actually upset, because this is the kind of guy that ruins tabletop RPGs for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
This no-life fucking wimp, this terrible worm of a human being who thinks that they are such hot shit.
Yeah.
And disgusts me. It fucking disgusts me.
Like, this is another example of if you yourself, as a listener right now, or viewer, think, well, I can publish a book, realize that this man did it. It took him 12 years, but he published this book. And then he later published the third edition of this book, even.
Yeah.
With Kickstarter. He found people to kickstart him a book again. So it is just a question.
And it worked, and he scammed them, by the way.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he? Like, just.
So I can build a timeline of events off of his LinkedIn page because considering that most of his work experience, actually pre-creating World of Synnibarr, is for Boeing. However, he can't even be asked to correctly capitalize Boeing. This guy, I believe, has never worked for Boeing. This man does not work for Microsoft now. I can guarantee that he did like one online forum like quiz for Microsoft, testing probably Vista, and now claims that he's a web developer. This is a guy who has lived for effectively 35 years on this game. He claims that he is a designer from 1980 until 2015. This is somebody who has lied about their work history, has absolutely no credentials, and has completely and utterly fleeced their way into tabletop history. It's incredible. And beyond this, I can guarantee that this man did not make enough off of his royalties. I can guarantee that he has been living in his wife's basement for 35 years. Started a Kickstarter, stole people's money, and has been using that as his living expenses, and has no intention of putting out Synnibarr 3E. Absolutely not.
I think he put out
according
the base
to a
book,
post
didn't he?
on the 3 ebooks are out. The books that he put out are setting detail stuff. They're not a new system. And he claims that they're shipping. Because those third edition books are supposed to have been out in 2021, and they are marked, and we can even see images of him holding physical mock-ups, but they've never been released and never been delivered.
Mm-hmm.
They're not real.
Okay, here we see it, like on his own page.
Yeah.
I like that World of Synnibarr is struck through. That's very, very good design. Very solid.
Mm-hmm.
Introducing Synnibarr UAG version 307. Pre-order now. So apparently there's a version 3.0 maybe. Delivery by the end of May 2017. So this page is 5 years out of date.
Yep.
Books
Still
and
hasn't happened.
let's look at books and products. I might have to. Ultimate Adventures Guide 1 hardcover book. Preset discount. What even is happening? Oh god.
I like how when I looked at his products on Amazon, it suggested I also buy a gun.
What is this?
What?
I'm just stuck here at Locutitious Cognomen. The Book of Mystic Arts, over 100 spells and abilities in alchemy. G Earth Power Magic Mutations and Silence. This is the same shit we already have in your old book, you hack. What the fuck? So maybe there might be a PDF version, memory. There might be a 3.0 PDF version, because hardcovers apparently never happened. But there might be a PDF version. Let's see.
It says as soon as the hardcover goes to press.
I like that he just it's just random HTML codes in here. Oh god, good job, man. I believe you made this page. I believe you made this page. You know what? Let's look at that on Kickstarter. Because there we will
Says
know.
on Facebook he typically replies within a few hours.
Set up a fucking prize fight. Kick the shit out of this old man. I fucking hate this guy. I know that this has just been effectively a product review.
Yes.
But I have grown such a deep-seated hatred for this man and the fucking audacity that he has to continue to live on this planet. This man is a dark reflection of all of us.
I want to look at this Kickstarter because it's very indicative of this man's, in quotation marks, reach. So he made a goal of $3,500 and he smashed it. We've got $7,700 for his Synnibarr.
Yeah, well, no shit.
From
That's
100,
not enough to publish a book,
from 191 people. Oh yeah, I bet it isn't. I mean,
that's not even close.
I mean, I guess if you only need 200 books, it might be enough. Let's see at what point you get a book. So firstly, C.S. McCracken is writer, and we get a foreword by Richard Garfield, creator of Magic the Gathering. We probably cornered in some alley and forced to write this, so he would stop telling you about the system. So $25
Paid him on
gets you
Cameo and then
gets you
transcribed it.
paid PDF project closure. So you get the PDF upon closure. Merlin's not, and it's always spring break somewhere in the galaxy. Playtest only PDF of the UAG1. Worldship Atlas and the Book of Fate, unedited and without artwork. One project completion, one PDF copy of UAG1. So you get, for $25 you get the PDF. For another $25 a t-shirt. Apparently this is just, you can get a t-shirt. Players t-shirt, and you can get a t-shirt and the PDF for $40. 50, and that's you. Still not the book. I guess this was early bird, this was later or something. $50. Player softcover renewed upon project closure. So $50 can get you the book. And we have one backer. Good sign. Softcover World Atlas ship reward, so one more backer for books. This is a third backer for books. $80. Fate softcover reward upon project closure. So you get 34 of these. We have 37 people 48 people, 49 people, 50 people. So I dare say you can make 50 books for $7,000. And that is exactly this man's reach in terms of like clout in the gaming industry.
Wait. Last thing you posted in the comments section, please go to the comments.
Where
please
comments?
go to the comments of the Kickstarter.
Click here.
Up to the top.
Hello everyone, this has been a long time, 7 years in fact. We could have released this years ago. I would have been an inferior product that would have needed updates. I wouldn't. Not until it was good enough. I will not make apologies. A lesser man would have quit when he faced with the adversities of their publisher dying, the second fire that took everything they owned, but I didn't for two reasons. First, my last edition of Synnibarr met with harsh criticism. So harsh, I nearly quit them. Until I realized...
You should have, you fucker.
Well, but until he realized, all that will be left of me when I die is this wonderful game. I'll not have this version reviled. To ensure this, we have taken the time not listened to any argument or complaints about delivery. So good writing there. Hire an editor, but I guess you don't have money. In the past, I've been forced to compromise each time I published for convention or other such foolishness, and my life's work suffered for lack of playtesting and editing. Oh, you don't say. Nevermore.
Lack of playtesting. I thought you. Hey, Craig. Hey. I thought you had over 1,000 people playtesting. You fucking shitter. I hope, beyond hope, that this is your legacy. You fucking worm. Die and languish in obscurity. You fuck.
This time,
God damn it!
This time I did it my way and I took my time. This time we did lots of playtesting and incorporate the feedback from the initial release. So there was an initial release. Thank you for all who supported the testing and provided criticism. You've helped make this a better product. Today I'm happy to announce that you can find Synnibarr 3, because it's one fucking word, good job, all 3 volumes, hard and soft cover, on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. We are hoping to have this up on DriveThruRPG very soon. Those backers that want to contact us for fulfillment, send a message to blah. So he's hoping that the people who originally backed him for a book don't care anymore and won't contact, so he doesn't give them a book. Good job.
God, you fucking piece of shit.
There's like angry mega fans in the comments afterwards.
Oh yeah, these are, but this is from 2 years ago, 3 years. So this is from 1 month ago. You should really, we should like, if anyone knows anyone who has this who backed this, like the chances are very slim. You can get your book now. You just have to write CS McCracken at synnibarr3@gmail.com. You think if we write him, we're gonna send us a book because he won't check if we backed this? Not that I want a book,
Maybe.
I just...
Maybe.
Hello,
Maybe we can fleece this man.
They don't want it. I don't want it for free.
God, I cannot reiterate
You'd have to
how
pay me
much
to
I
take
want
the
this
book.
man to be remembered.
Like, imagine, like, there's so many angry people here. Oh, there's another comment by him.
Good.
Is it no? Did he ever comment before? Like, is this literally 7? Oh yeah, it's great. It's good. Very good. I guess, wait, this is a comment. Shouldn't this be an update? What's the last update? From 20 fucking, okay. So, this is such a fucking hack. Like, in 2015, he's like, oh yeah, did you get your link? Here's your link to DriveThruRPG, to this shitty book. And then, 7 years on, he writes a comment. What the fuck? It's an update, you fucking hack. If your book is really ready, does the book exist? So Amazon. He says it's on Amazon. Let's actually go to .com. Let's give it the best chance. There it is. It actually exists. Is it buyable? $53. 4 new for 53. So we could technically buy this book by Raven C.S. McCracken. Is he just... What the fuck? Did you write a vampire fanfiction book? What the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
he did. A collection of short stories.
Awesome. Look at this. This is straight from his porn seller. This picture. A World of Synnibarr without any 1991. Oh, is this the first one?
Oh, that's not what I was looking at before. He also did a collection of short stories, something about butterflies.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
God. So he did release books, I guess.
Oh, that's it. I eat butterflies.
It remains to be seen. Like, is there... Yeah, you can get them for so weird amounts of money. Why would you ever?
This is a rabbit hole. Wow.
So wait, this is the Ultimate Adventurer's Guide. It's 300 pages. So how many pages of Synnibarr could we potentially get? 262 and 276. So you can have literally like 800 pages of Synnibarr content if we want to. It's twice this book. But because what this book really needs is more rules and more text. I can't make the face on my model I'm making in real life right now. It's not a good face.
Apparently, he was working on a
Sundred is
fantasy
right.
novel called Mage Warrior, based on the world of Synnibarr.
Amazing.
Sundred is 100% right.
Yeah,
if he made it an
of course.
update, the backers would have found out because they would have gotten pinged.
Yeah, no.
They would have gotten an
That's what
email
I mean.
that said,
That's what
"Hey,
I mean.
update
Yeah.
from Synnibarr." Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, assume at least 7 years on you still care at all. But yeah, they would have gotten pinged. But the comment doesn't get pinged, so he does not have to sell, like, at worst 10 books out or something.
Mm-hmm.
For the people still hype about his fucking product. It just tells you a lot that this man scammed for $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then Worldship Atlas opens the
It
door.
looks
You
like-
eat well on that, Raven. I hope you eat very well on that $7,000, so that you realize that anyone decent, for fuck's sake, Runesmith, a man who is nearly a quarter of your age, has kickstarted for hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single adventure because he has genuine talent and an interest in growing this as not only a hobby but a method of storytelling.
Yeah, but it has to have everything in it, Emery.
Fucking dick. Fucking dick. I'm falling into an abyss right now.
Like, I will not like be how do I put this? So I have tried to design a game or two in my time, for my friends mostly. And it has not usually gone very well because I also overtook what I wanted to do and didn't have a good focus on my stuff, and I was young and didn't know my shit. Mm-hmm. But I never would have been like, I have to have everything. Let's put everything in there. Like, just in case. No, I would have always been like, do we want to play like post-apocalyptic kind of thing? Yeah, cool, I'm going to try and make a system for that. And then made the system that would do that, try to do that at least that well, and not have everything. Because if you put magic laser bears into your same setting, it's going to feel weird. The best of times. Like, why? Also enjoy that he got this out in August 2018, apparently, for somehow. I don't believe that this is true.
Yeah.
And in 2021, this came out, and this came out also in 2021. And I enjoy how these books. This book is basically no explanation at all. Welcome to the world of Synnibarr. Leave everything you know behind and immerse yourself in wonders. This book contains the foundation of knowledge for navigating and conquering the realms that lie within. So this book tells you how to use this book. Full stop. End of description. Fucking idiot. There's more stuff on the back of this. You could have. Why not? Look at how this is set up, though. How bad this is. Like, you take the Starscape background, and then you just randomly there's black for no reason. You could have taken this text that you had and put it in the description. You just couldn't be bothered, my friend. Very good.
It's not even blended with the background. It's on a black fucking square.
Yeah, it is. And there's a black fucking random square beneath it here. And also here.
God.
And the font is really, really something. Like you have this. Someone made this for you. Let's use that font. It's readable. Oh man.
God.
Wow.
So well.
It looks like he lied very extensively about where he used to work, because I found a couple of references to him working for Sierra Online, but I can't find any evidence that he ever did. So
There's no way he ever worked for Sierra.
no, yeah, there's no way. Not even as like the mail boy. There's just no way.
This type of dude wishes he could lie like well enough to work at Sierra.
Oh yeah.
Like get in there. Actually, no. I would have laughed him right out there.
Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
Is this like, wait, is this 8.5 by 11? Is that big or is that small? Oh, that's a normal A4. No, it's fine. It's hard for me to do this math. I can't imagine paying $45 for this. No way. Let's close Amazon. This is so good. Like, this encompasses this man to a T. It's fair to say that if you have like a Twitter with 100 followers, you have more eyes on you that know than this man will in his lifetime, probably.
He has a Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he has a Twitter.
Yeah.
I found that.
It does nothing but spam his shit.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
And the first thing we found was his Twitter.
Of course, he called it Swooping Grizzly.
Yeah, because that's the one thing he has.
That's the only thing he has.
Oh, wow.
What
the fuck is the Swooping Grizzly Daily? Why is this from 2 years ago? Paperly. What? The fuck is this?
It just looks like it's a news article aggregate. That's it.
Yeah.
God damn. Woo.
It's not even written by him. It's nothing.
Yeah. It's just...
He did them for a while, apparently. He did only these. No one cared. Look at this nothing. Oh, God. No one. Not
Holy crap. He doesn't have an image up.
Not a single like on any of these.
Wow.
Not a single one.
Jeez.
Wow. Can go so far back, there isn't a single like. What the fuck is happening? He did nothing else. He did F1 for every day. There's still not a single like. I think this is giving me energy, because at least this man is in absolute obscurity.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, I went to his website and it doesn't exist anymore. Looks like.
Synnibarr.com does exist. Oh, there's one.
Synnibarr.
Yeah. One retweet. Who?
Who retweeted this?
Oh, quote tweet. This quote tweet is gone. Who did the like? Liked by Lisa Sandwood Ukraine? What? Who are you?
Fuck.
Save the butterfly, save the world. Live stand with Ukraine soul. Globe choppers. Yes, 4K followers though, so good job. And he posts. Oh, that's a rat. That's also cool. Hope it doesn't bite you, man. It's red. There's some bad news. That imagine. Okay, this is the kind of guy he is, though. You get your one like here, on November the 1st, 2019, and then you go on until December the 16th, 2020, and then you decide, nah, it's the holidays. I'm not gonna keep doing these stupid ass grizzlies. No one cares. And then he never started again, and now it's gotten, and now everything he's ever done is encompassed here. And yeah, his website, his personal website is gone. Holy crap! What the fuck?
The only thing
that
gives me any form of energy or excitement to continue my day and not just lay down and fucking cry is that any of us could with a single piece of like cover art and a pitch on Kickstarter blow past Synnibarr easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
easily.
anything we want to fucking do.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
easily.
I think so. But I wouldn't try because whatever I would shit out wouldn't be very good unless I put time and effort into it. But if I don't care, then and you don't care. I'm now committed. I have to find out if you ever post anything else on here. Like, dude, he got 1 like in November 2019, and before that he did this for so long. What the fuck is this? This must be automated.
It is, of course it is.
Mm-hmm. It's automated, but the automation stopped, and he still has updates on there, like as recently as the 26th of this month.
Awesome.
So
how did he
whatever was doing the automation failed.
How,
just
how
stopped.
did he get these followers if no one ever cared? Oh, we are there. October the 8th, 2018, he started this and there's no other tweets. So probably deleted stuff, I would assume.
What?
Probably deleted everything to do with, oh yeah, by the way, we're releasing Synnibarr soon. Get your books now. And that's what I think happened. Fucking goddamn. This is really something else.
Good fucking god.
Okay, I think I'm done. Drake, it's your turn. What are we reading next? Can you please make it?
I was thinking of doing something more lighthearted once again that will actually give us energy back. After this depressing shamble.
Oh wait, do we have memes?
I only have the one, and that's it, because this sucked the life out of me.
Understandable.
Yeah. It's just the one of his face with the comment.
I like that it's written wrong. That's very on point.
Yes.
God, this fucker. I hate him.
You see what I mean about, like, I think he's a fan of The Expanse because it looks like he's trying to look like Thomas Jane, but he's failing miserably.
Yeah, he is trying.
Trying so hard. So yes, next we'll do Tales from the Floating Vagabond.
Hey, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm. Something fun.
That's gonna be a very lighthearted thing. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an Avalon Hill game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
it's a real old one. Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoy. Okay, I look forward to that. It's gonna be in, I think, 2 weeks unless something weird happens.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So today we're not raiding because I'll keep streaming because I have a collab later. I'm gonna just play games until then. And so yeah. So that means I'm just gonna go to a pause screen real quick because I do need to go to the toilet, and after that we're gonna play, I don't know, a game of some sort. Yeah. And yeah, thank you for sitting through this with me. I'm still, as much as this book sucked, I'm happy we did it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's one of the worst ones I had. It's off the list now.
It's insane to me that this game it's been, by the way, a laughingstock since its release.
Mm-hmm.
No industry professional has ever had a positive inclination on this.
Oh, I wonder why.
No one. Even I was telling the story prior to this coming. Did I tell this prior to stream or on stream?
You did prior.
I think
You can tell it now.
Okay, great. So my mentor from TSR specifically gave me these tables without giving me the rest of the book and said, never design a game this way.
Yeah.
And so all I knew about Synnibarr was, oh, it's the funny, goofy game that's really bad. And then I had this other knowledge that's just floating out in the ether of these tables are garbage. And then when they came together, I have realized that yes, this hack is probably my most hated person in the entire industry.
I'm inclined to. I mean, I hate the Continuum guy more.
I don't know if I can hate him as much.
You know what?
But
you know what I want to do, Emery? I think this would be perfect. I want Continuum guy and Synnibarr guy to make a porno together. And it's gonna be their punishment.
McCracken gives me like dude wearing tidy whities and the like tall black socks in the porno.
Yeah.
I think he gives me that energy.
Yeah, suspenders too.
He gives me Breaking Bad porno parody vibes.
Oh god, that's a pull. That's also a pull.
Yeah.
Sandals and suspenders socks. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. This is enough. I've tormented you enough. We're fading out on a picture of this weird dwarf throwing his hammer or willing it into existence. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Again.
Why did the dwarf stop? Because it was hammer time.
Yeah. I will just again. I will be right back. I need a minute to go to the toilet and freshen up and stuff. After that, we're gonna play a little bit of game. And then later it's going to be Apex with Bruce and Asmo. And I'm going to suck at that. I'm going to be terrible.
Perfect.
Just so you know in advance, I'm bad at Apex. I'm very bad at Apex. But
I
anyway.
have Apex and I haven't opened it.
It's such a big fucking install. Anyway.
It's a huge install. It
Anyway.
keeps updating and it keeps getting bigger.
Yeah. Give me like 5 to 10 minutes, Reaper. I will see you then, okay? Boy,
I'm going to go restore my soul.
Yeah, please do. Please,
I'm
both
gonna
of you.
decompose.
Decompose. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Decompose it to the roar carp.
No. No.
Why is it, by the way, why is it called a raw carp if it's just the mouth? And that's referred to it's not referred to as a carp at all in the text. It's fucking bad.
Does carp have big mouth, five head? Carp big mouth, that means big mouth carp, dummy.
I didn't realize the plant the first time I read it. Oh, it's so bad.
The good thing, though, that I can say is that we get to do something nice and lighthearted, and then we get to read the Dark Souls RPG.
This is also going to be a treat, yeah.
So that's going to be a good time.
We are back to that time where I bring us all down, and then you build us up again.
I'm going to go be depressed.
I am sorry for choosing this book many weeks ago.
This was so powerful. This was so good and so strong.
It was like the deep dive on this guy. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Like, I think this is the first time we've ever legitimately done a tabletop talk about an actual criminal.
Yeah.
Actual criminal.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Oh god, this fucking shithead.
Well, anyway, I will be right back. Bye bye for now.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.